guys, how's it going? And welcome to Game Day Bingo. We only got about 20 seconds until we get into the very first game of Lucky 4 Bingo. Of course, over $40,000 is going to be getting into this game, so hopefully one of you can take away that massive jackpot. But of course, I'm one of your co-hosts, John, and this is the other co-host,
Will.
That's right, and we are live right now on PilotTV, the Pilot Player Connect app, pilotgames.com/PilotTV, YouTube Live, and on the Twitch app too. Our channel name on both of those places, YouTube and Twitch, is MegaSota. So be sure to check us out on all of those broadcasting platforms and leave a comment if you decide to do so. We will definitely send you out some Pilot Games luck. But we are getting into this very first game. And it doesn't look like we're going to be able to hit that mega jackpot right off the bat. But we do have a chance at the major. Not looking like it either. We'll be moving on to the mini jackpot now to try and see if we can get that one. We got actually a pretty good lead for that one. Let's take a look. We got a few players in the race. Exiting the race, though, we're not going to get a chance at that minor. We are moving on to the must-go of $9. But of course, we do have a lot of awesome Pilot TVs being sent out to a bunch of new locations, and we're going to give them a huge shout out.
Oh yeah, we just sent those on out over to McHugh's Grill and Bar, Muddy Chicken Burnsville, Muddy Cow Shakopee, Carboni's Pizza and Sports Bar Burnsville, Red Men Club, Flame Bar, Red Fox Tavern, Goodfellas Lakeview, Old Piper in Lakeview, as well as Blasco's Embassy Bar. So congratulations to all those locations getting those shiny new Pilot TVs. Wish you guys a little bit of extra luck on these games of Game Day Bingo that we have ahead of us.
100%. So definitely try and get at some of these awesome prizes coming up very soon. But of course, we do have some people that already won some whatchamacallit, some jackpots yesterday. And there were some pretty good winners, but we do have a couple winners on this one. We got SNS over at Chili Lime, Turgill over at the Barn Grill, and we got Player as well, splitting those must-goes up. But of course, awesome stuff. Nice job to you guys taking away the must-go. But we did have a couple players winning some awesome jackpots. The first of those, it was Rachel over at American Legion Anoka, taking away $4,396. Nice job to you, Rachel. And then our second player, it was Player over at Anchorage Inn, winning over $18,057. Nice job to you guys, both splitting up, or not splitting up, but both winning your own individual jackpots yesterday. Yeah, Player, that was a crazy one, over $18,000. But of course, we do have a brand new e-tab that came out pretty recently. It's a pretty cool one.
Oh yeah, this one is called Bounty Hunter. You guys can collect lucky horseshoes, try that bonanza bonus, or try your luck and pick a lucky door in that saloon door bonus round. And if you guys want to see a preview of that e-tab game, go give us a like and follow on our Facebook page. You just got to search up Pilot Games and you'll be able to see our logo. That way you'll also be able to see weekly bingo schedules, event details and reminders, big progressives, player pictures, and so much more. You guys can even click the website link on our Facebook page to see our link tree that has links to bar locations, all of our social media, and so much more.
Awesome stuff. Yeah, definitely check out our Facebook, and don't be afraid to message us if you got any issues, with any of the games or anything. We'll be more than happy to help you sort things out. But of course, we do have a lot of awesome bingo to get into every single day of the week here at Pilot Games. I mean, we start off with our lunch hour bingo. It is Vikings bingo, the 25-cent card. We run it from 12 to 1 p.m. During that time, you can get a chance at that jackpot. Over $2,700 is going to be available going into tomorrow. It's at 52 balls or less to win, so definitely try it and get a chance at that one. But of course, up next, right afterwards, we start off the Game Day Bingo like bonanza, because we got a whole ton of it coming at you guys. We start it from 1 to 4 p.m. It's the 50-cent cards. And, of course, starting off today, you got a chance of those, the minor, major, and mega. And it looks like we're in a pretty good spot still. It looks like somebody actually took home the major today.
Yeah.
So, nice job to you guys. We'll have to figure out who that was. But that mega jackpot is still out there looking crazy. Over $46,000 and 49 balls or less to win. And that minor, honestly, on the first game, it's looking really good at $200 and 56 balls or less to win. If we don't get it out this game, it's going to be a next game even bigger and better, because it's going to be at 58 balls or less to win. So keep in mind that minor jackpot does switch up in ball count every single game. But of course, what we're playing right now is the 4 to 6 p.m. Time slot, the happy hour bingo. It's still the Game Day Bingo 50-cent cards, but this time we are earning points for our happy hour standings And we get 2 extra games of Lucky 4 Bingo. The first one we already played. That one was right at 4 p.m. We did not get that $40,000 jackpot out, or the major or mini. So all of those jackpots will be going on to the second chance at Lucky 4 Bingo happening right at 6 p.m. Another shot at that $40,000. Definitely nothing to shake a stick at. But tonight we got a whole lot of bingo going on still.
Oh, yeah, because right after this, going on from 6 all the way till 10 o'clock tonight, you guys are going to be having 4 hours uninterrupted of some Skull Bingo. Starting us off for those times, you guys are going to be going after a line prize, starting off at $249. You guys can always take that home in 10 balls or less. That large frame prize is starting off today at $1,279, and as always, you can take that home in 43 balls or less. And that coverall prize is sitting at $433, and you guys can take that home in 50 balls or less. But we do have a couple interruptions running throughout the week for that Skull Bingo times. The first of which is our MegaSota game night. That starts off for you guys at 6:40 every single Tuesday. We have Tony and Nikki taking the helm, leading you guys through a ton of PGL action up until that Jackpot Jungle Grand Finale. We're in 54 balls or less. You guys can take home a whopping $41,551. But that's not the only special tonight we have running throughout our week, because the very next day we have our Wild Wednesday, and that goes on from 7 to 9 every single Wednesday with me and Ian taking the helm, leading you guys through all of that awesome PGL action up until our grand finale, where we give you guys 2 games of Wipeout Blackout, where you guys can see the sun and the sand a little bit, since you guys are probably going to be missing it for a little while.
Yeah, 100%. So definitely have a lot of fun with those PGL nights every week. It's always a good shot at some jackpots and some PGL points if you're signed up for a PGL account. But we do have some national days to get into, and we got some pretty awesome ones today. I mean, we're starting it off pretty well with National Real Sugar Day. This day, it is on October 14th, and it's a cool one. We celebrate the people who harvest sugar crops and learn about its origins. We also learn how to balance a healthy diet while enjoying food made with real sugar. But we do have, whoa, my goodness, Julie Y over at Rockin' A taking away the mega jackpot just in no time at all.
The first game.
Oh my goodness.
Julie Y.
Julie Y. She's not messing around.
Julie, why not? Dang.
Oh my goodness. Wow. Okay. Wow.
That was a little unexpected, Julie. Thank you.
That was very unexpected. That was insanity. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
That mega jackpot, I was saying it was sticking around, but not for very long.
No.
Julie Y. just taking it away right off the bat like
Julie's
that.
got to be freaking out right now. This is the first
out.
game of Game Day Bingo.
For real? Yeah, no, that's insane. Nice job to you. Again, Julie Y. over at Rockin' A Lengby, winning $46,954.60. Probably very ecstatic getting on the phone with Jackpot Jen. That is hilarious. Oh my goodness. Well, hey, again, nice job to you, Julie Y. We're probably going to mention you a couple more times on the broadcast. That was some awesome stuff. Mega Jackpot just cleared out right off the bat.
Wow.
But, I mean, good news for the rest of you guys a little bit. It's the minor prize still out there, $237 and counting. That is still in 58 balls or less to win. I mean, that's really good chances, to be honest. And with the mega going out, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we just hand out the minor again this very round.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind. But of course, real sugar. Real sugar. But I mean, what's your favorite instance of real sugar?
The Coke that comes in the glass bottles. That you can get from the Mexico.
Yeah, the Mexico Cokes. Yeah. Those are very good.
So much better than getting like anything like aspartame or anything like that.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think like when I think of real sugar, I definitely like I love that fruits have like a ton of real suger.
Oh
in it,
yeah,
you know
like actual like from like natural sugar from a plant.
Yeah, it's like it just makes me like I'm glad there's something healthy out there that I can feel okay eating fruits most of the time.
Oh yeah, where it's like wow, this is like one of the sweetest things I've ever eaten. Yep. Except for when you're eting pineapple and you find out that it's like you're advised not to eat that much pineapple.
Yeah, no, it eats you back.
Yeah.
But of course, we were talking. Yeah, so real sugar. Let's take a look at what's your guys like real sugar facts maybe. I don't know. Let's take a look.
Like products that use that. I don't know.
Real sugar, the Sugar Association. I like this.
Ooh.
Okay, so the real sugar in your pantry is grown and harvested by sugar beet and sugarcane farmers. And the same pure sugar found naturally in the plant is what ends up in your pantry after minimal processing. Pretty cool stuff. So they got the farm to table thing. They got farmer profiles on here. Wow. They got how they refine and process it too. the types of sugar out there.
That's good to know that it shows like the actual like refining process.
Yeah, that's super cool. We'll take a look at that too. To be honest with you, that's fun. So they got a little crash course about all the different kinds of sugars they got. So they got the white sugars. Those are the white granulated sugar, confectioner or powder sugar, fruit sugar, baker's special sugar. Okay, so kind of like.
Isn't powdered sugar just sugar that's been in the food processor?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just.
I saw a video of someone who just put it in a blender.
Yeah.
And after a while, it just you have powdered sugar.
Yeah, it just turns into a very fine grain,
Yeah.
pretty much. But yeah, no, it's super fun. I love powdered sugar, to be honest.
Oh yeah, it's great.
It's just so like it tastes a tiny bit different for no reason, just because it's a different texture.
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah.
That's really the only thing.
Exactly.
And maybe it's because there's so much of it because it's in that powder.
Very true. That could be it. It could make it just a little bit sweeter, just because you're eating so much more.
Yeah.
But super fine sugar, that's another one. I think it's just like the halfway between like this and this.
Yeah.
Coarse sugar, and sanding sugar. I like sanding sugar.
Oh, it's always
like
great.
on those
Reminds
cookies
me
and
of like
stuff.
rock candy.
Yes, exactly.
I always thought it was like more like rock candy that got broken up.
Yeah, seriously. No, yeah, literally. That's always like kind of how I looked at it as a kid.
'Cause
too.
it's got
like
that-
on those cookies.
It's got that crunch. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And like you know when you bite into it because it's like a mini Jolly Rancher kind of.
So we move on from white sugars. Those are all the good stuffs. And then you get into the brown sugars. And this stuff's really good, too, to be honest. I love brown sugar. You got the light and dark brown sugars, turbinado sugar. That's really good, to be honest.
I haven't.
I like it. If you've had tropical smoothies.
Yes.
And they all have turbinado in them.
Really?
Yeah, that's what they use to sweeten them.
That is amazing.
Yeah, and same thing with Smoothie King.
Really?
Yeah, that's what kind of gives it. Especially, I feel like you
Is
can
it like
really.
a healthier sugar?
I don't.
Or like
I don't know if
at
it's
least
healthy or
advertised
like,
as one.
I don't know. Let's take a look. Turbinado sugar is a partially processed sugar which retains more of the naturally present molasses. Okay, it's sometimes called demerara sugar or raw cane sugar. It has a blonde color, a mild brown sugar flavor, and larger crystals than brown sugars used in baking. Turbinado sugar is the sugar in your packet of raw cane sugar. This type of sugar has been processed just enough to make it safe to eat. Interesting. So it's just like the closest
basically
to
like sugar.
yeah. That's okay. So wow, interesting.
And I've bought like raw cane sugar before, so it's the same thing.
Yeah, literally. It's like that raw brand.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But that's really cool. But we do have a winner. We got a couple of them. We got DSF over at Pit 611 and G's over at Howie's Corner Bar. Both of them splitting up that must go of $102. Nice job to you guys taking that one away. But of course, man, Julia, why taking that mega jackpot? That was crazy.
That was quick.
Yeah, like the fact that you just like give us that like the peak climax of a movie, you know what I mean, at the first part.
I hate when they show that sometimes.
Yeah,
it's
when they
fun
do
when
that,
it has like the Quentin Tarantino thing going on. It's
Yep.
like, and this is how we got to this point.
Yep.
But sometimes I'm like,
Yeah.
well, now we know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, like I think like Looper kind of did that too. Didn't they? When they like had him first like start with like him aiming at himself or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I agree. That it is a funny thing when movies do it. It's very rare though that they do it like cool.
Yeah.
But of course, brown sugars. We were talking about that one. This next one looks awesome. It's like it looks like moon sand, but like yummy. It's called Muscovado sugar. So let's take a look what this is. It's also known as Barbados sugar. It's an unrefined cane sugar in which the molasses has not been removed.
Ooh.
It's a very dark brown, has a particularly strong molasses flavor. The crystals are slightly coarser and stickier than regular brown sugar, giving this sugar almost a sandy texture, making it look like that moon sand.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny. That's really cool. I would totally eat that up though.
Oh,
to be
like
honest.
I'd probably like just like out of the spoon.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
But I'd like pack it first because it looks like it'd be fun to mess with.
Yeah, for real. You can like form it, make little cubes out of it, little orbs and pyramids.
Yeah.
That'd be fun to like put them in little ice cube molds and just like.
Yeah,
seriously.
Oh, I bet a horse would love that.
Oh, seriously. Like
you get like the fun shape ice cubes.
Dude, I literally just got a mold, like one of those, the rubber ones, silicone ones, and they're dinosaur shaped.
I see them at Meijer every time, and I almost grab them.
Yep, they're awesome. I love it. It has a T-Rex on there, Stegosaurus. I forget what the other one was.
Oh, that's amazing.
Oh, it's so great. And then the last brown sugar, you get free-flowing brown sugar. This is also known as just granulated brown sugar. This powder-like brown sugar is less moist than regular brown sugar. It does not clump, and it's free-flowing like white sugar is. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty interesting. It actually undergoes a special process, making the sugar very low moisture. Interesting. That's pretty cool. Yeah. So it's just kind of like they just kind of find a way to suck the moisture out of it a little bit.
Yeah.
And then you get down to the liquid sugars. You got liquid sugar and invert sugar.
Interesting.
I wonder what this was. So inversion is the process in which sugar is split into its two component sugars, glucose and fructose. And the resulting product is invert sugar, a liquid sugar with equal parts glucose and fructose. So it's actually sweeter than white sugar.
Okay, so that's how they make like corn syrup and stuff. They either add the fructose or the
so it's more fructose.
Yeah, so you can get high fructose and you can get high glucose, can't you?
I think I
don't remember.
I don't know. I know the high fructose corn syrup. That's always the big one.
Yeah,
but I don't know a high glucose. I don't know. I don't know if it would be because glucose is just not as sweet, so it just wouldn't make sense for them.
Yeah, no, it's only high fructose. I don't know what I was thinking about glucose. Oh, because of like glucose levels. That's what I was thinking of.
The ratio sucrose to invert sugar and liquid invert sugar depends on which function is required. Interesting. So you can make it at home. When a recipe calls for a sugar to be boiled gently in a mixture of water and lemon juice, the product is invert sugar. Interesting. Okay. I've heard of this. Boiling the sugar and water and lemon juice. I've heard of that. I didn't know that that's basically what that is. That's hilarious.
Huh.
That's really cool. I'll probably do that soon, to be honest.
Yeah, it sounds like an interesting thing.
Yeah, no, that's pretty cool. So, hey, a lot of different sugars on this day. That's pretty fun. And then you get to the refining part, and I'm sure they probably do a lot. After sugar beets or sugar cane are harvested by farmers, the sugar is then processed and refined to ensure consistency and quality. Okay, cool. They have like a fun little diagram we can just go through.
Oh, gosh. It looks like the water table.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, for real. So 1, they harvest the sugar beets. Cool. 2, they wash, slice, and soak the beets to extract the juice and separate it from the plant material. And by the way, sugar beets, they taste like white potato, but if you just like sprinkle sugar over it, like raw, that's what they taste like.
I'd be so upset if I bit into one of those.
Yeah, no, that's super funny. But apparently, when you cook it though, it actually gets like pretty sweet. Like it's a very sweet but bland taste.
Interesting.
Yeah, very true. But we do have a couple winners. We got Annie over at Boathouse Bar and Grill and Jeff over at American Legion Forest Lake taking away the must-go prize of $58. Nice job to you guys taking that one away. But we still have that minor prize out there. It is now at 62 balls or less to win. It's way over $300 now. Definitely try and get a chance at that one. But we are along the track to refine a sugar beet. So far, we've harvested it. We washed, sliced, and soaked it. And now we have to clean the juice to remove impurities and extra color to produce the sugar syrup. Oh, okay. Then you crystallize the sugar from the sugar syrup, so you do all the evaporation stuff, blah, 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 blah. You spin the crystals in a centrifuge to remove any liquid, and then you have some molasses co-product. That's cool. Yeah. And then you dry the sugar crystals, and then you package the sugar for distribution. Cool. Huh. Okay. That seems pretty easy.
Yeah.
Nice.
I feel like I can make sugar.
So 9. Yeah, you totally go with sugar beets for sure. Oh, for sure. I feel like this would be easy.
Yeah.
Sugarcane refining. I wonder if this might be a little harder.
This one looks like it takes a whole step.
Yeah, it looks like it has a couple more steps. Interesting. Yeah. So let's take a look what happens. Harvest the sugarcane first. You crush, soak, and squeeze the cane to extract the juice and separate it from the plant material. So already that's a little harder than just slicing it up and soaking the sugar beets.
Now you got to get in there and like squeeze it with something like a press.
Exactly. So then you boil the juice until the syrup thickens and crystallizes. Then you spin the crystals in a centrifuge to remove liquid and produce raw sugar. And then you transport the raw sugar to a refinery to remove impurities. So I guess you got to get a refinery as well. You melt the raw sugar and filter the remaining impurities and extra color to produce sugar syrup. You crystallize the sugar from the syrup, spin the crystals in another centrifuge to remove the liquid again. Then you dry them, then you package them.
Wow. That is a little bit different of a process.
Yeah. So there's a couple extra steps with that one. It looks like sugar beets is probably a lot more simple. Probably a lot more small farms do this kind of
Who
thing.
knew that would have been the way to go?
Yeah, no, and you know what's crazy? Sugar beets account for 20% of the world's sugar.
Interesting.
Yeah, so it's like actually a pretty big portion of it, to be
Yeah.
honest. But sugarcane, the reason for because this is so popular is because this is in subtropical and tropical climates. With sugar beets, they're only in like moderate climates in the northern hemisphere,
Yeah.
which kind of cuts down on a lot of like the opportunities to harvest them and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, really
Interesting.
cool stuff. Sugar is naturally white. Molasses is that's whatchamacallit. That's the material that's made up in the sugar process, and it's used for a lot of things. Obviously, we love molasses. Molasses is so good, to be honest. Yeah.
I remember when someone tried to get me to try Vegemite, and they were like, "It's like molasses."
Really?
It's not like
Ugh.
molasses.
Isn't it like savory?
Huh?
Isn't it like a savory licorice flavor?
It was something. I was in like elementary school, and I was upset.
What do you remember what it kind of tasted like?
It like almost tasted more like those it really wasn't sweet at all.
Really?
It tasted more like a
I've
like
never
if
heard it
prune
about
juice
about
was
it being
turned into a
sweet.
jelly almost.
Oh, but like the tartness only.
Yeah, like only the tartness of like a prune maybe.
Okay, I think I can kind of envision what you're saying.
Yeah.
Interesting. Ugh, I don't know if I would like that. People love it though.
Oh, yeah. I don't understand it. What even is in that? Like, it doesn't even
know.
sound like it's safe to eat.
If it's good for you, then like I would probably eat it at lunch,
The
to be
thick,
honest.
dark brown Australian food spread made from
Oh.
leftovers brewer's yeast, extract with various vegetable and spice additives. It was developed by Siri
That does
Cows from Melbourne.
not sound good.
Leftover yeast? It's old beer.
Strong, salty, meaty, rich flavor, although there's no meat. Soy sauce, maybe. Ugh.
Maybe, yeah.
Vague.
I would say closer to like maybe a soy sauce, but not. It wasn't
Vegemite.
quite as salty as
Yeah.
as soy sauce.
So you concentrated extracts of onion, malt, and celery. Vegemite also is made of salt and several different types of vitamin B.
I'm fine.
That sounds like like if it's good for you, actually, like, okay, I got how good for you is Vegemite? Because if it's like actually like a superfood kind of thing, like I'm not.
There's
gonna
no
lie.
way.
Good for you. Good for somebody looked up if it's good for dogs. But before we get into it, we do have Forget You D over VFW Austin taking away the win on this one. Minor prize as well. Nice job to you, Forget You D, securing that $435 all for yourself. Not too shabby at all. That is a great prize to run away with. But everybody else, keep in mind that is not all bad news for you. That must-go is going to be available in this very next game, so definitely get enrolled. Try and get a chance. That's going to end up being around $100, so definitely not bad at all, including the fact that it is a must-go prize. I mean, it's got to go out. That's why we call it a must-go. But, of course, apparently Vegemite is an excellent source of vitamins B1, B2, B3, and B9. The reduced salt version even contains vitamins B6 and B12. These vitamins may support brain health and reduce fatigue, anxiety, stress, and heart disease risk. Apparently, it's a great option with few health concerns.
Yeah. And I'm guessing the health concern is it's high in sodium.
Oh,
One
okay.
teaspoon contains 5% of your daily recommended value. This can negatively impact blood pressure and increase the risk of heart disease.
Wow, that is a lot.
That's a lot of sodium.
In 1 teaspoon.
5%.
That's insanity.
That's a
I
good
mean,
amount
like
of sodium.
it makes sense that they have the reduced version.
I would hope they'd have a reduced version.
Yeah, seriously. So I mean, that would probably be pretty okay. I feel like it'd probably be better when you took the salty taste out.
Yeah.
Man.
But it's still not. It's not. I don't understand how people could just put it on toast.
No, I mean, like it'd have to be like 20 grams of protein and like serving of it for me to be like,
I would rather have it be a meat spread.
For real, yeah, like just get the protein in there, like whatever. Like we know what we're trying to do here. We know what the flavor we're trying to go for is. Just put the meat in there.
Exactly.
But of course, we do only got about 50 seconds left to get into this next game of Game Day Bingo. So definitely getting rolled. That must go is looking pretty awesome for this next game. But happy National Real Sugar Day, everybody. Go out there and eat some real sugar.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do something with it. But up next, this is another pretty important one.
Yeah, this one is World Standards Day. World Standards Day on October 14th pays tribute to the experts around the world who develop our international standards. Yeah. International standards for what?
Just like it's just like kind of what it sounds like
food and safety.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And because I wanted to look up if it was like if they had like a funny like list of rules and stuff, but like it's just kind of like literally just a blanket term for standards for everything. You know what I mean? From food, like you said, food and safety to health, transportation, like just standards that every country should hold themselves to, basically.
Okay.
Yeah. And yeah, I mean, it's awesome. This is a great thing. Like, this is something that the world should definitely always abide by. It's awesome.
Yeah. And there's so many standards that we have that other countries don't follow, or other countries have that we don't, and it's
dude, there's standards right now that like we're not following. I mean, like you look at the drinking water crisis in a lot of parts of the U.S. It's bad. I mean, our infrastructure for drinking water is so old.
Yeah,
and like it's gonna be so difficult to like replace it because it's like, oh man, probably like. It's like hundreds of thousands, probably to millions of miles. You know what I mean? Like just like branching out everywhere, and it's just like all of it is aged.
Yeah.
You know, and it's going to be so difficult. And it's just one of those things where it's like even first world countries have a lot of difficulties keeping up with these types of standards and stuff. Especially places.
It all adds up.
Yeah, exactly. Especially like I feel like spanning countries like the
We're
U.S.
a massive country.
It's hard when you're so highly populated and so huge. Everybody's spread out everywhere. And it's hard to support infrastructure for long term, like in places like that. But of course, World Standards Day just kind of enforces those things and helps us to form our societies around and stuff like that. So it's a great day. World Standards Day, definitely nothing to shake a stick at on this day. But of course, we do have another day, a little bit less serious one, like way cooler. It is National Dessert Day. People around the country indulge every October 14th on this national day. Celebrated by way of the local bakery, grandma's house, or to the chocolate shop, desserts include candies, pies, ice cream, fruits, cookies, pastries, cobblers, and even donuts too. I mean, anything probably sweet in a dish is going to be considered a dessert.
I just heard chocolate shop, and my first thought was, there's whole shops of chocolate.
Oh, the Kilwins ones is the one we know here.
Yeah.
And they're pretty good. I feel like there's better though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Now that I've seen it, I know where it's at.
Yep.
Yeah.
But we do have a winner. We got John H. over at Eagles Albert Lee taking away that must go of $127. Nice job to you, John. We always love another John on the broadcast.
Oh yeah.
But of course, have you ever been
so much?
Huh?
This day covers so much.
Oh, it does.
I don't even know what dessert to talk about.
It seriously does. Have you ever been to like a nice chocolate shop?
I've been to like a small one, like that one that I just told when I think about it. It's just like mostly just like small things. Like
I think the nicest chocolate shop I've ever been to was probably the Kilwins. I don't think I've ever gotten any nicer than that. But I've always wanted to just go to a place that was like just the best candy like chocolate shop ever. You know what I mean? Like
I wish a Willy Wonka place would exist.
Oh, seriously, dude. Like I've literally had this like urge to go to a place like this for like the last year or so.
Yeah.
I've wanted to find a place where I can like buy just bulk candy.
We have to like look up like the best candy stores in Michigan.
I did. There's a couple that are like contenders and they look kind of cool. Yeah. But at the same time, it was like I was looking at it and I was like, I feel like I can get this for like online. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, for cheaper.
That's what it really comes down to. Like I remember there was like one candy store in right at the base of Mackinac Bridge. and it had like everything that was there, like any type of candy you could ever imagine. Not only that, it had like all the popcorn seasonings that have ever come out.
Oh, that's
That's
pretty fun.
It had like just like a row of it. It was crazy. And then it would just have like everything from like saltwater taffy to like hard candy and just everything under the sun.
That's pretty cool. That was pretty fun. Whatchamacallit? We do have a list of the 20 most charming candy shops in America. And they also said it's just the best candy shops in America too. So we'll take a look at what they got going on. The Big Top Candy Shop in Austin, Texas.
Number 1.
I don't know if I've been here, to be honest.
It's kind of a shame if you haven't.
I know. It's a highlight of Austin's iconic South Congress Strip. Big Top Candy Shop brings a fun, old-fashioned flair to the Lone Star State. Complete with a classic soda fountain, this place is filled with every kind of sweet treat you can imagine, from retro candies to modern-day favorites. A lot of fun surprises.
It's got stuff hanging off the ceiling.
Yeah,
that is crazy.
It looks like a candy shop. It looks like a fun candy shop in there, too.
Oh, yeah.
So that's pretty cool. The Big Top Candy Shop, Austin, Texas. But this one looks a little fancier, like old-timey candy shop.
Yeah, I'd almost be scared to go in there.
Yeah, seriously.
The Shane Confectionery in Philadelphia, it's just got like the almost like pinstripe walls with just like the jars. It's like not even like normal jars. It's like the fancy jars of candy you'd see in like a movie.
That's right.
Where it's like a kid would just grab one out, and it's like, how are you not grabbing a handful of that?
Wow. Well, I mean, hey, it was established in 1863. It's America's oldest candy store. That's awesome. What? So you'll find employees in old-timey garb, gorgeously designed displays, and of course some exquisite chocolate. The chocolatiers here have spent years learning their craft, and it shows with specialties like buttercream, eggs, almond toffee crunch, and old-fashioned clear toys. On a cold day, be sure to try their historical drinking chocolates. That is so cool. Drinking chocolate, like one of the first hot chocolates. That's insane.
And they make all the candy? That is, look at they have like the massive lollipop that you see on a kid in a tricycle.
Those are so fun.
I've only bought one time, and I was kind of sad, and I was like, this isn't that great.
It's not great.
It was just
but
it was like a cheap one at like some amusement park or something.
Yeah, they are fun though. Like when you just have like it's like that big just a lot of sugar to lick on.
Oh, exactly.
This just kind of reminds me of like when like a lion has just like a huge like steak bone.
Oh,
you know, it's like licking it. It's like it's the same thing.
Happy.
Exactly. He's like chilling.
Not even knowing that's like a 30-pound ribeye.
Yeah. But of course, we do have some more candy shops to take a look at. We got Sweet Mickey's in Seattle, Washington. This is pretty cool. It looks like they have some more like custom things. They got the handmade fudge. They have a fabulous selection of licorice, vintage candies all up in there. Free samples are abundant. Oh man.
Free samples
you at got a candy shop. That is like, I'm gonna go in and like rob them.
That's
like, come on, like I'm asking for samples of everything and like walking out.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be a regular. Like I'm never gonna buy anything though.
It's like, have you seen the video of that guy at like not Red Robin, like
Baskin Robbins?
Yeah, Baskin Robbins. He's asking for a sample of everything.
Oh my gosh, that dude is me. This is me at Sam's Club, like coming around a second
time. When you make that second trip around the store, you have like the sample cup of another thing in your hand.
Dude, my grandpa and I would literally go to Sam's Club and we'd buy the pizza slices or the hot dogs from there, and then we'd go and get free samples, and that'd be our lunch.
Yeah, it was
so
a way
awesome
to go.
Because there was one point they had so many all over the place, but we do have a winner. We got 8 Ball over at Shake Boom Lounge, taking away the $43.70. Nice job to you, 8 Ball. But of course, Sweet Mickey's sounds pretty awesome. Economy candy. Now, this is the type of place.
This is where you spend like $5 and you get like 10 things of candy.
This is exactly where like I was envisioning in my head. You know what I mean? Like I was like, I want to buy the candy in bulk. I want it like cheap. Like where can I go? Economy candy, New York, New York. So the Cozy Economy Candy may be a small store, but it's literally jam-packed with every candy ever. A staple of the Lower East Side since 1937, this store will make you feel like you've discovered a hidden treasure trove of sweets, from old-fashioned candies to international favorites to some great bulk deals. You'll never know what fun surprises you might wind up taking home with you. See, this is exactly what I was asking for.
This is exactly what you need.
Oh my gosh, this is like a must-go for me.
Yeah.
Wow, that is awesome. It looks
crazy.
perfect in there,
It
too.
is, like, jam-packed, too. There isn't an inch of space.
It's literally, like, organized to a T. Like, some dude has problems that did this. Like, oh, my goodness.
It's like how Hal taught that one kid to, like, fix all the letters in the almanacs. It's like, this is my sixth set of encyclopedias.
Yeah, oh, my goodness. I forgot about that episode.
How
Dewey's
crazy
friend.
are you?
Oh, my gosh. Literally. No, like, I am, like, disgustingly impressed with this. Like, it is, like, literally one of the most organized shops I've ever seen.
Even the soda's fine. No one even puts anything back
Literally.
wrong.
That's crazy.
You have to have someone, like, on top of that, getting ready to put stuff back after a kid messes with it.
Seriously. I respect that. I really,
How
really
many
respect
kids are there
that.
in New York that just go into that store?
Oh, exactly. Just, like, trample over everything.
Ugh.
Ooh, okay. I like this next one. It's Peace, Love, and Chocolate in Boulder, Colorado. If you've been looking for a chocolate heaven, all right, that's why I was saying that. Just head on over to Pearl Street in Boulder. Peace, Love, and Chocolate serves up a huge selection of, as you probably guessed, chocolates and truffles, along some pretty fabulous cakes and desserts. I like how they're whatchamacallit, they really love using fabulous a lot. I respect that. But they're always adding new items, so whether this is your first time or your 30th visit, you're sure to be delighted.
Yeah, cool. It was like a fun little spot.
Yeah, that does look like a fun spot.
They gotta show the inside of these stores.
100%. Leon's Candy.
That looks like a restaurant.
Yeah, I don't know. It looks like a little coffee shop.
You gotta order your candy.
Let's take a look.
Oh yeah.
So this hidden gem in downtown Nashville comes from a long-standing family tradition of confectioners. They hand make their candies on site using copper kettles, and the quality is dazzling. Plus, all of their treats are preservative and gluten-free. They're best known for their amazing pralines, so make sure you get a few for yourself and everyone back home. Okay.
Actually, some pralines do sound pretty good.
Yeah, and the fact that they have a little copper kettle-like shindig going on, that's kind of cool. Okay, I would give it a chance for sure.
Yeah, and I'm guessing it's they have to have, like, you know, that whole setup for when someone's ordering, you know, a bunch of handmade candy.
Yeah, it's probably just all business in the back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're probably like, they make it on site. They make it like up to order. So they're probably all business about it. I can respect that. That's cool.
Yeah.
Let's see. Ye Old Pepper Company. Oh my gosh.
It's in Salem, Massachusetts.
Oh. So they're the oldest candy company. Interesting. That's real. So that while the other place was maybe the oldest candy shop, this is the oldest candy company. So they're like even like a manufacturing confectioner. Interesting. I really like their spelling a company too. It's this IE at the end.
Yeah.
But that's pretty fun. There's a lot of history in this little shop, which is America's oldest candy company. It began in the earliest 20th century selling Salem Gibraltars and Blackjacks, which you can still buy from them today. Plus, of course, they have a grand selection of chocolates, taffies, and more. Any fan of vintage candy definitely needs to make a visit here. That's pretty awesome. Yeah, look up what that is. Oh, it's a rock?
It's a type of rock.
Interesting. Oh, it's a rock candy.
Is it? Oh, I looked up the candy. Oh, it's an old-fashioned candy associated with Salem, Massachusetts, in the United States.
Interesting. So it's a rock candy.
The Gibraltar was the first candy commercially sold in the United States. It is still being sold as of 2021.
Okay, so the tooth-threatening candy gets its name from the massive limestone promontory, the Rock of Gibraltar. That's pretty funny.
The tooth-threatening candy.
The tooth-threatening. That's so funny. But, of course, we do have a winner. We got Brother Nate over at Cowboy Jackson, Apple Valley, taking away that must-go of $36.30. Nice job to you, Brother Nate. But, of course, keep in mind that minor going into the next game, 58 balls or less to win. You can see it right there, getting close to $200 on that one, so definitely getting rolled for this next game. That major is even out there, too, at 49 balls or less to win.
But, yeah, this is what the Gibraltars look like. It's just a diamond-shaped candy.
That's hilarious.
It's a little odd-looking, but
that is odd-looking. Interesting. It just looks like, wow. So it's
Gibraltar.
peppermint and lemon?
I think so. I think most of them are known. You can get normal peppermint ones because, like, there's ones that are right here.
Dude, if it's peppermint and lemon, I would eat that.
This one's peppermint and lemon. I saw one that just said peppermint. I know that, but still, I mean, hey, yeah, see, this one's peppermint. So you can get peppermint and lemon ones. That sounds really good.
Peppermint lemon, I would definitely get that one.
Yeah.
That one sounds good. I feel like I would probably enjoy that one.
Also known as blackjacks.
I wonder if they taste more like You know those like kind of powdery mints in the little plastic? I wonder if that's the consistency of that.
I bet it's closer to that.
Yeah, but it's like harder. You know what I mean? Interesting. I would definitely try that though. That looks fun. It looks really cool. So Ye Old Pepper Company, definitely a worthy visit. But let's see. This one up next, Punta Clara Kitchen. It began in 1952 as a backyard hobby. Now it's located in the heart of Old Town Point Clear in a stunning Victorian home. Their wide selection includes delicious peanut brittle, jellies, preservatives, pralines, fudge, and even some hot sauce thrown in there. Bolstered by long-standing traditions, no matter what you bite into, you'll feel that special feeling when that comes when something has been made with love. That's really cool.
That looks like a really fun place to go to. And
that does look like fun.
Peanut brittle?
No, peanut. If any place has like good homemade peanut brittle, like yes, I'm going there.
I think that would be the one allergy I could never get past.
Yeah, peanut. Oh my goodness, peanuts and tree nuts, dude. I
dude, any like nut allergy, just peanut allergy or anything like that.
Honestly, I could get by if I could only eat peanuts.
If I could only eat peanuts and just the rest of them, no.
I could. It's
just that there's so much in them. Like there's so much that could be like made with them.
Well, would you rather go without peanuts or go without every other nut?
I would rather go without every other nut.
Yeah, I kind of agree, to be honest. Because peanuts, like, it's so prevalent in America.
How often I eat peanut butter.
Mm-hmm.
I like almonds a lot too, but I feel like I could live without
other peanut butter flavored things.
Yeah,
like it's big. There's a lot. So yeah, I kind of agree. I think I would probably go with just peanuts too.
Oh yeah.
But that sounds pretty awesome. And if anything, just to be able to get their peanut brittle as well.
Oh yeah.
But up next we have we'll go into just the top 10. But Candy Babel, Portland, Oregon. This one looks funny in here. Dracula's widow is up. They have like cool movie posters and stuff. But in the true Portland fashion, the undeniably cute Candy Babel, which actually doubles as an artist space, is filled with organic, kosher, vegan, gluten-free, and non-GMO treats from around the world. Jars and pound jars of cotton candy, handmade chocolates, vintage candies. There's a little something for everyone here.
Nice.
Cool. I mean, it looks good, but it looks overpriced, to be honest.
It looks like it would be.
Yeah, it looks like it would be like $10 for a little jar of cotton candy.
Potentially in Portland, I could see that happening.
Exactly. So, I don't know about this one. It feels like it's overpriced candy, and like probably not a whole lot of history to it either. Looks like just some like artist's apartment.
Yeah, it looks like
that they're just like using as their business.
It's like, like some like 25-year-olds that decided to open up a candy shop.
Yeah, a little artsy candy shop.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm sure there's probably some cool stuff in there. It's probably fun once you get up in there and stuff. But I think the other ones on this list have been a lot stronger.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. The Candy Store in San Francisco, California. See, I'm probably gonna feel the same way about this.
Yeah, at least it has the cart outside.
Yes, that is
with
cool.
Like the big like open. So like. But it might even be cheaper, but it is in California, so
let's take a look. They do say it's a San Francisco gem. The walls are lined with jars of old-fashioned candies that will make you feel nostalgic. Some customer favorites include gumdrops, candy cane caramels, malted milk balls, green tea Kit Kats. Interesting. Okay, so it's probably just general candy.
They just
like nothing special. They just got the musts. Then they got some other cool stuff probably too.
So it's probably like averagely priced, I would hope.
I'm sure they probably have like a couple variations of Kit Kats. Like they said they had the green tea, so they probably have a few flavors of different things.
It was a pretty good flavor.
100%. But we do have Maddie over at Eagles Albert Lee taking away this must go $47.60. Nice job to you, Maddie. But yeah, okay. I'd give this, like, if I saw this passing by, I'd be like, yeah, I'll take a look.
Yeah.
I'll go in.
Nothing to go out of your way for, though.
No, I agree. It looks cool. Let's see. Whimsical Candy in Chicago, Illinois. Muth's Candy in Louisville, Kentucky. Interesting. I'm just waiting until I see a cool one. Laura's Candies in New Orleans. Interesting. Yeah. Okay. I think, honestly, they got all the top 10 ones kind of out of the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. This one in Provincetown, Massachusetts kind of looks nice.
That thing looks massive.
Oh, they got like a ton of taffy in there and stuff, too. Okay. I'd probably... What is that? Peanut butter taffy?
Oh.
Okay, so they got some of the classics in there.
They got good flavors. So.
Cool. Okay.
One of them looks like pomegranate even.
Yeah, for real. That'd be awesome if it was. That'd be super cool. And they got the specialty popcorn. So, okay.
Oh.
Honestly, this kind of just seems like one of those like little Mackinac shops.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah. So, I definitely would go in there. The Parrot Confectionery.
That sounds like it'd be a fun place.
That sounds
It has
super
It's
cool.
got the soda fountain in
So,
it too.
oh, 100, a jukebox. Oh man, Turkish delights. Oh,
Toffee?
That's so awesome. The parrot, a delicious blend of pecans and chocolate. What?
That sounds good.
You might even be able to see the candy being made in there too, if you sneak
Oh.
in the back entrance. That's so funny. That's really cool.
I doubt you even have to sneak in. It's probably just the back entrance.
Yeah, exactly. That's pretty awesome. Pretty cool stuff. Yeah, I would definitely visit a lot of those top 10 ones.
Oh, yeah, definitely a good thing to go and check out on National Dessert Day.
Yeah, 100%. But if you, like, out of all these little sweets, like candies to donuts, what would you pick? Like, snap of the finger, you can always make it appear, but you can't have any of the other ones ever again.
Now, but see, one of them, it goes with the other. Like cobbler, you can't have peach cobbler without vanilla ice cream.
True.
Yeah. So, yeah, if I could have peach cobbler just appear in front of me anytime
Yeah.
with a scoop of, like, vanilla ice cream on top, I'd be
Well, I mean,
happy.
that's a dish.
Yeah.
Peach cobbler a la carte.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
So
a
then-
dish. So yeah, you can do that, I feel like.
Yeah.
I feel like it makes sense.
That's the one then. Peach
Yeah.
cobbler. I think cobblers are better than pies. And it's just, I don't know.
But would you rather have peach cobbler, or would you rather have a bowl of ice cream or a scoop of ice cream?
I would rather have peach cobbler.
Okay.
The ice cream, like, complements it, but
Yeah.
the cobbler itself is just so good.
Okay.
You
So
got
yeah.
the crust. And
So you're going with the cobbler a la carte, mostly for just the cobbler part.
Yeah.
Okay. So I respect that. All right. So for me, I picked pastries. That was my pick.
that covers so much.
Yeah, it covers a lot, and
Because that covers baklava even.
yeah, and there's
Ooh.
fruity pastries, there's chocolatey pastries, there's
Yeah.
like syrupy, honey-like ones. Like you can even kind of get into more savory pastries if you like kind of want that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's a solid move.
Yeah, but that's the one I picked. I think Ian went with he said cookies was his first answer, and then he said his like kind of like plan B was candies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see him eat a lot of candies.
Yep.
So that one makes a lot of sense. but
Yes.
I don't have
exactly.
cobblers too often, and every time I have, it's been like one of the like a mind-blowing dessert.
100%. Cobblers are so good.
Uh,
But yeah, I mean, honestly, like I feel like you might be able to make a argument for any of these things on this list.
Any of them, really. Because, like,
Um,
pies.
Yeah, ice cream. Honestly, like I love ice cream. Out of this list, though, it might just be the weakest because, like, if I wouldn't want to go with ice cream and go without all these other things. But ice cream goes great with a lot of these things.
Exactly.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Because, like, apple pie.
Yep.
That's
Exactly.
always-
Exactly. And like we were saying with the cobblers.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it just makes sense with a lot of that. I mean,
Exactly.
like even a warm donut on some ice cream, dude, it's good. Like
Oh,
it's
yeah.
so good. But of
I
course,
haven't even thought of that.
oh no, it's great. It's great. Especially I've done it with the Dunkin' Donuts most of the
Oh,
time.
yeah.
Just because they don't have anything else on them except for like the top.
Yeah.
When you get the chocolate one, so I've just like I put it on top of ice cream. It's so good.
Genius.
But of course, happy National Dessert Day, everybody. Go out there, have your favorite dessert or sweet treat, whatever you want to do. But for this last National Day, we got a really fun one. But before we get into it, though, we are one ball away, potentially, from getting this minor. Let's take a look. Oh, there it is. Good guy over at VFW Plane, taking it on the very last second, on the very last ball. Nice job to you. $62. Moving
Yeah.
on to the next game, but $295 going right to good guy. Nice job. That's some awesome stuff. But of course, keep in mind, $62 will be moving on for the next game. Keep that in mind, getting rolled for that prize. In the meantime, that major, mega, and minor will be all boosting up and trying to get better. They are all going to be available, though, so keep that in mind as well. But of course, this last National Day, I'll let you take it away.
Oh, yeah, this one is a fun one. It is National Be Bald and Be Free Day. Be Bald and Be Free Day on October 14th celebrates the naked crown. Sometimes the day is referred to as Bald and Free Day, so whatever day it is, take off that baseball cap, take off that toupee, and let's see that shiny scalp of yours.
100%. Yeah, and it was awesome. We were talking about the best bald athletes earlier.
I was thinking of, like, what is the first bald actor you think of?
Oh, bald actor? Probably Patrick Stewart.
Yeah, either him or, like, Bruce Willis for me.
Yeah, Bruce Willis. Yeah, that's a big one.
That's a
very
like
big
a top
Earlier,
tier.
when I saw this day and I was thinking, what's the best character or like person that's bald? Like Bruce Willis was the first person that popped in my mind because every one of his characters is iconic and they're all
Yeah.
bald, obviously, because he is.
Except
and
for
Has he had some hair?
Was he? Oh, I don't think he was bald in The Sixth Sense. He had hair in The Sixth Sense.
Yeah, no, I think you're right, actually.
I think he had hair in The Sixth Sense.
Let's take a look. Okay. Sixth Sense, did he have some hair? Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. Yeah. I mean, honestly,
But he would have looked better bald.
Yeah, he doesn't look bad with hair, though, to be honest. Like he it's just because I see him so often without hair. No, he totally looks better bald.
Yeah,
he does. Oh, my God. Oh, my goodness, yeah. Though that angle did it for me. I saw, like, yeah. Like, but he's just such, like, he looks like a whatchamacallit, like, just action movie dude.
Yeah.
Like when he's bald, just purely because of Die Hard.
Oh, it really is.
It's
and then,
great,
like,
though.
he was in, like, other movies, like Red and stuff like that, where he just, like, signified.
And then, especially, like, old dude, like, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? The two, like, so it's just, like transferred from when he was young all the way to his, like, later acting career, too. It's so funny. But what is, like, the most iconic, like, bald character, you know what I mean, to you?
I think it would probably be Charles Xavier.
That is a very good answer for
Charles
sure.
Xavier.
I think more recently,
maybe
Walter White would probably be a really good answer.
Yeah. The King, King Neptune.
Yeah,
from
King
SpongeBob.
Neptune. That is a great one.
Because that one is literally bald.
It centers a lot around that. So, yeah, that is a good character.
Yeah.
I think, you know what's funny? I was actually saying to Ian earlier, Breaking Bad is such a great show for, like, bald characters.
Yeah.
Mike. Gus, I'm pretty sure, is bald. But he might have, like, a little hair, but he's bald.
He's mostly bald.
Hank.
I
mean, obviously, we said Walt. And then I think there's even a couple other people that are bald on the show. I'm pretty sure the first like drug king dude the kingpin dude that they run into first. I'm pretty sure he's bald, or he might have a buzz cut.
Yeah, he's got like a buzz.
Yes, he does. Yeah, no, I remember. Yeah. But whatchamacallit?
Jesse pulls off the buzz/bald look at one point.
He does. Especially in El Camino, he really gets to that.
Man. Can't think of anyone else, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
you're right. It's
4 or 5 characters.
It's a good, strong cast of bald people. I hadn't even thought about that.
Yeah, no, it's funny. Yeah, I only thought about it when we started naming characters, and I was like, wow, there's a few contenders on Breaking Bad.
Rick from Pawn Stars.
Rick, yeah. Oh, of course. That is a great one. That was a great one. That is a great one.
Mr. Platty.
That's so funny. And then we were talking about athletes that were bald.
Yeah.
And so what are some of your favorite athletes that were bald?
You obviously have to go Shaquille O'Neal.
Shaquille O'Neal is great.
That's
100%. Yep.
Kobe also rocked the bald look.
He did for a little bit. Vince Carter did it.
He did.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Yep.
Adrian Peterson.
Pretty recently, a couple seasons ago when he was playing on Los Angeles. What's his name? Glasses. Yeah, this is going to be a really weird one. Kind of looks like Logic.
In basketball?
Yeah.
Alex Caruso.
Yeah. I had the Russo part of it.
The bald eagle.
Yeah, Alex Caruso. Yeah.
That's right, yeah.
I only had the Russo part of his last name, and I was like, it is not Russo.
Yeah, that's so funny. He is a very iconic bald dude. I forget because he does sometimes try to keep his hair, but no, he's most often bald now.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. No, he is a great one. I didn't even think of him earlier, so that is a perfect one.
Yeah. I didn't even know his name, though.
No. What should we call it? I think another one that here. Let's actually look it up because I think they probably have a pretty big list of these. But we do have a winner on this game. Taking a good Musco.
Yeah, we got Kevin over at the Route 65 Pub and Grub taking home $115 on that Musco prize. Good job to you, Kevin, taking home that money.
They actually have like the best bald athletes of all time.
Oh, this is amazing.
We'll take a look. I think Complex will probably have a better compilation of all of them. Let's see, Matt Hasselbeck. He's a 3-time Pro Bowler. Play for the Packers, Seahawks, Titans. They don't have any images on here. Tim Howard, Jason Kidd. Jason Kidd is a good one.
Yeah.
I'll look him up as we go just so you can see him too. Jason Kidd, he's awesome. He was a great point guard too.
Oh yeah,
he rocks it too.
Plus with the he's got the why am I blanking on what it's called? He's the goatee going too as well. Goatee and bald works very well.
I agree. I agree. Dude, the fact it changes Bryan Cranston as a person.
It does.
It's crazy.
When I see him the pictures of him advertising the Dos Hombres tequila that him and Aaron Paul make, and yeah, he's got a massive beard right now.
Yep,
it's crazy.
No, he does have a big beard right now. I saw him doing what's that kind of bartending video he did with Aaron Paul.
Yeah.
And he had a beard in that one too. Wayne Rooney, he's a soccer player. Kevin Garnett, this is a huge one. I mean, he played for the Timberwolves most of his career. He was intimidating, dude. He's a huge dude. Man, and he played intimidating too. He rocked the bald though. Like I think he's just always been bald. I'm pretty sure. He was in the Uncut Gems movie as well. Yeah. He was a good actor in that, to be honest.
Yeah.
He played himself, but I mean he did good on the camera. But
that's always the more surprising thing is when they're not like acting different because they're on the camera.
Yes, exactly. I mean it's really big, especially in movies and stuff. Like it's a pretty big thing. Anthony Edwards is actually pretty good at that. In that movie we saw with him.
He was in
he played Kermit.
Yeah, he did.
with what was his name? Bo Cruz.
Yeah,
that was a funny movie. And you know, actually, him and his brother, they ended up winning the Euro championship.
Seriously?
And whatchamacallit, his brother won like the MVP of the finals or whatever.
That's awesome.
And like Bo Cruz, like he went crazy too. Juancho Hernan Gomez is his name. So Kevin Garnett's a great one. Albert Pujols, great one too.
Just topped 700.
Yeah, and
with the St. Louis Cardinals.
He just beat Babe Ruth's record too.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he got over 703.
I remember he was in run.
Yeah,
he got over it.
It was insane.
They're asking for one more year. People want him to play another year, but I don't think he's gonna.
Oh no, I think this was like his farewell tour.
This should be.
The dude was slinging out home runs at the end there. It was crazy. He got some game winning ones too.
Yeah.
It was insane. I've never seen something like that before. That was awesome. Brian Urlacher, that's a really good one. He's a great defensive player. So that's a fun one. He looks pretty good bald, so I'll look up a picture of him. Whatchamacallit, this is him.
Oh, that's shiny.
Oh, exactly. I mean, he's the pinnacle of Bears defensive player, intimidating. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Barbed wire tattoo
without the helmet. Oh no, the one around the bicep.
Yeah, that's so funny. Very unintimidating picture of him in a pool floaty.
He says my hair isn't messy.
That's so funny. Oh man, that's awesome. He definitely pulls out bald though.
Oh,
for sure. Cal Ripken Jr. This is another great one.
I feel like you gotta have some shine if you're gonna pull off being bald.
No, I agree. But yeah, Cal Ripken Jr. This is a pretty good bald look.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Definitely a good one. It's just mostly him.
I think he's been in a couple. I think he's been in a movie here and there. Maybe not.
I wouldn't be surprised. He's a really popular player.
Yeah.
Let's see. Maybe not.
Yeah, maybe not then.
But he's very, very popular though. So I wouldn't be surprised if on talk shows he's made
I've seen him on those. Yeah.
But of course, Terry Bradshaw. Of course. Come on, I don't even gotta look that one up. That's Terry Bradshaw. It's so funny. Andre Agassi. I think he's a tennis player. Okay, I don't know about him. Soccer player. Mark Messier. Interesting. So he's a hockey player. I don't know about this dude. I'm not a big hockey guy though, so I don't know any of the big names. Oh, he looks awesome. He looks great bald too. I love it. Oh my gosh, it's hilarious. He looks like someone my grandpa would hang out with.
Oh,
it's so funny.
He looks like a high school biology teacher.
For real, that's so funny. Oh man.
Oh yeah, because that looks like another teacher.
No, seriously. But we do have a winner. We got Block over at Boulevard Tavern taking away the must-go, $41.60. Nice job to you, Block. He looks
he
like
had
he was
the hair though. He had locks.
Yeah, that's right. But it looks like, to be honest, it looked like he's just meant to be a hockey player. I've never seen somebody that looked as much like a hockey player.
He kind of looks like the. Go back to him with hair real quick. He kind of reminds me of from the first one with hair. It kind of reminds me of from Extremely Goofy movie. The head of the enemies.
Oh yes, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, with the longer hair.
Yeah,
that's so funny. Oh my goodness. But Mark Messier. Yes, one of the most underrated hockey players of all time, apparently. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, obviously, with the goggles. He looked great.
Oh, bald in the goggles, that's a match.
100%. Michael Jordan. I mean, that was a pretty obvious one, too. Honestly, we didn't actually mention that one earlier.
No. Yeah. I looped around it.
Yeah. No,
I said other contenders for greatest of all time.
Yeah, I don't think Ian and I mentioned him either when we were thinking about bald athletes. I mean, honestly, when I think Michael Jordan, though, like him being bald, I never really thought about that, to be honest.
No,
like,
I
for
think
some
about
reason,
Space Jam.
For some reason, he just doesn't look bald. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I
But,
think
like,
it might be when he's got the mustache too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like he just has such an intense expression all the time. Like, I'm just never, like, looking at his head.
It's mostly like it's eyebrows down.
Yeah, for real.
Because it's like you're looking at the scrunch and then like yeah.
That's so funny. There's a lot of great basketball players that are bald, though. I mean, maybe it's just aerodynamic. I don't know. You cut through the court faster.
We're not thinking about something here.
For real. I mean, these pro athletes, obviously, they got something figured out.
I know. Any pro swimmers are just bald?
Oh, 100%. Well, actually, no, because it
they
doesn't
already
matter.
got the swim cap.
Yeah, the swim cap doesn't matter. But they do shave. Like they shave.
Oh, yeah, like
else.
legs and all that. Yeah,
exactly.
I know people who ski that would do that.
That makes sense. Well,
yeah.
I guess.
Yeah,
I don't know if
mostly for like the downhill like times one. It was weird.
Interesting.
He literally
even
wouldn't
when
grow facial hair.
Well, I guess
why don't you have like the mask on? And I was like, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, the mask would make sense, but I mean, I guess if you're not wearing a mask, then that makes a little bit of sense.
Yeah.
Maybe in the like hundredths of seconds.
Yeah, and it was for high school skiing. I thought it was a little too far.
Yeah, that's a little too far. I agree. That point is just like it doesn't matter, dude. Like
No.
it does not matter. It matters at the Olympic level.
Yeah.
That's funny though. Even like leg hairs and stuff like that. Interesting.
I
Or
didn't
it's
ask
like
too
it
much.
was just facial hair you noticed.
Yeah,
That's
and I was
funny.
just like, why are you just like? Yeah, I've seen you like have a beard. How come like
Yeah.
you never had one? And it's like, I just do it for skiing or.
Interesting.
Like, okay.
That's really funny. Maybe
I was like, don't you wear a face mask during like going down? I was
maybe
like,
he doesn't like the feeling
of like
the face
having it like
mask with his
scrunched
beard.
up.
Because I understand
probably should have
it,
thought
yeah.
about that because I didn't like wearing a mask during COVID when I had facial hair.
Exactly.
When it gets longer, it like goes everywhere.
Yep. Exactly that. So maybe I guess that could be. Yeah. No, I mean that would be a pretty decent reason, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess I could see that one, but that would be funny if it was literally just like, I'm trying to shave some time off.
Oh, yeah. It's like it wasn't even that. It was like professional bowling or something.
For real. I was like, I didn't like the way I was like cutting, so I was
like, I want to shave it.
But of course, happy Be Bald and Be Free Day, everybody. I mean, it's a great day to be honest. Like, there's so many iconic like bald athletes and bald characters and stuff.
Like Charlie Brown. That
Yeah.
man never had hair in the like how many 60 years he's been on the air.
Really, it's so funny. But it's a good day though. I feel like it's always a very it's like an iconic look. You know what I mean? Like especially if you have the confidence to pull it off, like it always is it's a great look.
I feel like when you start noticing like hair kind of start like going like what my brother did. He saw that it was like it was always really thin and it just wasn't growing that much. And so he was just like, you know what?
He rocks the bald look, dude. Oh my goodness.
Because he got
looks
the beard
so much,
too.
He looks way better, to be honest. Like,
he
it's
does.
awesome.
I don't think there was a haircut that he could look as good with as he does bald.
I agree.
There's and I felt so bad because my parents didn't want me to do it.
Yep.
And I was just like, Gordon's gonna come hang out and spend the night. And then we're 6 seltzers deep. I'm singing and dancing around him, just like cutting his hair with
That
a
was so
trimmer.
funny. Oh my goodness.
He was happy though.
Yeah, no, he was happy with it. He continues to be happy with it.
Yeah.
But whatchamacallit, Be Bald and Be Free Day, definitely a good one. But honestly, even there, with the receding hairlines and stuff, there's definitely been guys with receding hairlines that have been the hair looks good still. Like my history teacher, he had a really big balding thing going on, but he had a little bit of a comb over, and I'm like. He kind of pulled it off, in a weird way. I was kind of I kind of like the look. I don't know, I was kind of you look good with it.
Yeah.
But we do have Steven over at Elks Lodge, Awatana, taking away the $43.70 must-go. Nice job of you, Steven. But yeah, so I feel like sometimes if you're holding on to your hair, honestly, sometimes it doesn't look bad, to be honest.
And they even have crazy things now where if you have a receding hairline, you could just shave the middle and just get the little almost toupee dealio.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, that. I thought you were gonna go into the the hymns and the. But that's mostly for younger dudes apparently.
Yeah, and then even keeps.
Yeah.
Keeps you're supposed to start before you even see something, basically.
Really?
I'm pretty sure.
So it's just to
stop it from going any further.
I gotcha. I
don't think it does anything like reversal.
Yeah.
I doubt it would.
Yeah, maybe just help encourage maybe hair growth. Or something like that. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Let's take a look. But, of course, we do have this next game up and coming in about a minute and a half. So definitely keep that in mind. This minor prize is looking really good in 58 balls or less to win, over $230. That major prize is over $1,400 and 49 balls or less to win. And that mega jackpot is over 10 grand and 45 balls or less to win. Definitely some awesome stuff going on with that. Excuse me. But, so can you use keeps for a receding hairline?
Yeah, it says the active ingredient works to prevent a receding hairline and it can lower hair loss on the crown of your head.
Cool.
Yeah.
So it's like this is like a shampoo you put in?
I think.
Or is it like a little ointment?
I think it's medication you take.
Really?
I always see them in like bottles.
Oh, that's awesome. That is super cool.
Yeah, here.
That would be like super convenient, to be honest.
I see it advertised all the time, but I also see people saying just go to your doctor and have it talked.
Yeah.
This is like an online thing that you can do to get it pretty easy.
That's really cool.
But they offer like all these different products that you can get from like even like droppers, bottles,
Wow.
shampoos. Even I'm guessing probably.
Huh. Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, like I've seen so many when I had TikTok, I saw like a lot of dudes that wouldn't even be advertisements. Like I'd literally just get recommended videos, and it'd be dudes that'd be like, dude, like use Keeps, use Hims. Like I don't even care if your hairline is not receding right now. Just like do it. It's it's worth it apparently. And I was like, wow, like like there's a lot of young dudes apparently that use it. I'm like,
No.
hey, oh, that's pretty interesting. It's honestly something like I've thought about looking into before, just because like if anything, it probably just keeps your hair healthy. You know what I'm saying? But interesting. Also, but yeah. So I mean, definitely look into it a lot before and all the side effects that can come with it. It definitely is something. That I feel like you have to research a little bit. Yeah. No, 100%. But of course, we do have a must-go prize looking pretty good on this one. $53.40 on that one. $239 on the minor, 58 balls or less to win. That major is 49 balls or less to win, looking pretty good. And the mega is at 45 balls or less to win. Just went out on the first game to Juliet Y.
Oh yeah.
But of course, yeah. Again, congrats to Julie Y. That was insane. I feel like she's already gone.
Oh.
Like there's no way. If I just won 50 grand, I am out. Like I am. Oh
Before
my
someone
God.
can ask me for
Yeah,
something.
literally.
Yeah.
Like I'm literally like that run and get out when you're just running full tilt at the camera. I'm literally like that out the door, like on the phone with Jackpot Jen.
Oh,
my
yeah.
goodness.
Like knees to chest. I'm
Yeah.
like, so
Literally.
how long can you get this to me?
For real. We're like, can I just come and get it really quick?
Yeah. I'm halfway there.
For real. I'm tracking the location. I'm on my way right now.
I have triangulated your
That's
location.
right, like I just rented a helicopter. But of course, that was all of our national days though that we just went through. We had National Real Sugar Day, World Standards Day, National Dessert Day, and of course Be Bald and Be Free Day. All of them really fun days and really good days to celebrate as well. But of course, we do have balls continuing to roll on this game. We are about to click over this major. Let's see if we can get it. Now, moving on to that minor and possibly must-go prize. But of course, in the meantime, we do have a little bit of Minnesota Twins news to get into. I'll let you take it away.
Oh, yeah. Anybody else remember that weird, probably just hope-induced speculation out of Minnesota earlier this year that Carlos Correa was so happy with the Twins that he might not opt out of his contract? A contract that had just 2 years and $70 million remaining on it. It was always silly, but it definitely got squashed when Correa compared himself to a high-priced item at the Dior store, and the Twins will have to come up and check on the price if they want to keep him. Before we continue, we got Here We Go over at the local 218, taking home that must-go prize of $53. Good job to you, Here We Go, as we start getting ready for this next game of Game Day Bingo. But as you guys are doing that, we're continuing with this Twins news. And yet, Carlos Correa compared himself to a high-priced item at the Dior store. The Twins are supposed to come up and check on that price tag. And so, yeah, now you can say that it's actually been reported that Correa is saying he will opt out once he is eligible to do so after the World Series has ended. He told some like newspaper or article.
He actually talked about it again. So he told an article, a newspaper source like that, and then they reported it, and then he came out again when he was a guest analyst for the MLB playoffs, covering a few of the games.
Damn.
And he confirmed it basically personally, and was just saying like, oh yeah, like right now it's just my agent is in talks with the Twins, like I'm kind of leaving. He basically said like I'm leaving it in my agent's hands. Like if they can get a deal worked out, then like I would love to stay with the Twins. I love it in Minnesota. But he said like if my agent decides it's better to move on to somewhere else, then I'm moving on to somewhere else.
No.
And so I mean, like, he's just going forward with it, like any other normal business like thing. But I feel like the Twins could have, like, made it a little less
tried to fight.
businessy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Made it a little bit more personal. Like, hey, we like you here, and we
Yeah.
want. Obviously, unless they don't feel that way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think it's starting to turn out that they do kind of feel that way. I don't think they got the performance they were expecting or necessarily wanted out of Carlos Correa this last season.
Yeah.
I think they realized that their problems are running a little bit deeper than just trying to slap a superstar on top of this mess. You know what I mean?
Get that pitching room covered.
Yeah, exactly. So so they may be looking at this like, oh, do we want to spend $30 million or possibly up to $40 million on Carlos Correa when we could just like grab like 3 decent pitchers? You know what I mean? Like, would that fix our problem more, or like what? Like, you know what I mean? So there's a lot of just like, I think, indecision right now regarding what they're about to do, just because it's the beginning of the offseason, for them at least, and the MLB playoffs are still in full swing. A lot of players don't know where they're going to be at the end of the season. A lot of them are still playing in the playoffs, obviously. So it's right now, a lot of things are in play, and so it's just kind of really murky until the World Series ends. But the only thing that is clear right now is that he is opting out.
Yeah.
So other than that, not really a whole ton of stuff going on with the Twins, obviously. I mean, we just got knocked out of the playoffs. Or we didn't make the playoffs, I mean to say. I wish we could have just gotten knocked out.
Oh, that would have sounded so much
cool.
better.
At least like we could have seen some playoff games. But yeah, let's take a look. I looked at a different article. That was actually saying whatchamacallit, where he made a statement when he was like an analyst. Maybe it's just because I looked up Minnesota Twins. Let's take a look. Oh yeah, here it is.
There we are.
Well, so he was this analyst on CBS. And it was first reported by that Puerto Rican newspaper. But he said, my time in Minnesota, this is a quote from Carlos Correa, by the way. My time in Minnesota was great. The teammates, the relationships that I built, I got to see the game from a different perspective. Now I know how players view me and what they think of me, Correa said, while working as a guest analyst covering the MLB playoffs. Correa added that he would love to be back with the Twins, but he's leaving the contract talks to his agent, Scott Boras. He said, I got to pick their brain and help a lot of people there. Scott is having some conversations with them. I would love to be back with the Minnesota Twins. I'll leave him out there to work and do his thing for sure. But yeah, the conversation didn't go any further as they focused on the game.
Between Astros and Mariners.
Yeah.
Man, I guess I was hopeful that he would stay just a little, just to have like that little bit of insurance for that shortstop spot.
Yes, exactly. So it's one of those things where it's like,
it feels like we're kind of back to where we started at the start of last season.
Yeah. So it is kind of looking at that point again where it's like, okay, now we need to get another shortstop. You know what I mean? Like the prospect that we were trying to get for coming into this next season, he tore his ACL, so he's not going to be ready until next season. Or possibly later in the season. We don't really know yet. And then the other dude that we had, Jermaine Palacios, I think his name was, he was claimed off of waivers by the Tigers. So it's just kind of like we don't really have anybody for shortstop right now except for Carlos Correa. And like you said, it's going to be back to square one if he leaves. But, of course, we do have Freckles over at Sammy's Pizza, Coon Rapids, taking away that must-go of $73.30. Nice job to you, Freckles. But keep in mind, that minor, even though we did not get it, we were only one ball away from it. It will be moving into this next game bigger and better. 62 balls or less to win. Keep that one in mind. Try and get a chance at it. In the meantime, though, they do have the top 10 landing spots for Carlos Correa after that opt-out decision. So we'll take a look really quick just to see what he's looking for. Apparently, he's looking to get like around $35 million a year, though. So, I mean, we are in the top 10. I was saying this to Ian earlier. I feel like we're still like somewhere in that range of like top 5 like contenders to get him back.
Yeah.
But I just every day I start to doubt a little bit more.
Every
kind of thing.
day
You know what I mean?
feel like I see another team on the list.
Yeah, but the thing is also it's like even if we're getting closer to signing him, they can't say anything about it anyways. Like and even Carlos Correa probably won't even know himself. You know what I mean? Because his agent is talking to them. he said himself he doesn't really want anything to do with the conversations right now. It's a contract decision. It's for his agent to do. But they have the Twins, Atlanta, Red Sox, Yankees, and Dodgers all in that like kind of top 10 to 6th place rankings.
Yeah.
Kind of like good places for him to go, but not like quite elite fits. Let's take a look. So then they have Baltimore Orioles as a good landing spot. Yeah, I mean they would be really good with Carlos Correa, because they were almost making the playoffs this year. They were looking really good all over the board. St. Louis Cardinals.
They're about to be losing Pujols after this.
Yep, that's right. And I think another dude too. Was it? Isn't it the Arnado dude? Isn't he retiring too?
He might be.
Yeah, look at their depth chart real quick, and you can see who is where. But yeah, so the St. Louis Cardinals is top 4. So top 3 though, we get to the San Francisco Giants. Then you get to the Philadelphia Phillies. I mean, he would be crazy on the Phillies. And then you get to the Chicago Cubs. And I think these are the biggest. The Chicago Cubs is I think where everybody thinks he's going to go for some reason. That would kind of suck, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think the coolest team he could go to would be the Orioles. I think that'd be the most fun one, to be honest.
Yeah.
I like it when the Baltimore Orioles are good. I think they're a fun team.
Yeah.
I really like Baltimore sports too, with the Ravens and stuff like that.
Who do you say you thought might?
I think isn't it Nolan Arnado? I think he might be, or maybe it's somebody else. Oh, Molina. I think it's Molina.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yadier.
No, so I think him and it was both their last seasons. I'm pretty sure, unless Molina is deciding to maybe go forward. But I know they both had their whatchamacallit.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's 2
crazy.
decades of dominance.
Good for him. That's
Yeah.
awesome. But yeah, so yeah, it was officially both their last seasons then. I don't know if look up if Pujols has made his decision.
Yeah.
I feel like he definitely has. Dude, you're going out 700 club. You passed up Babe Ruth. Like, that's crazy. Like,
Yeah.
At that point, I'm ending off strong. I'm ending off on this season.
Before 2022 season had started, Albert Pujols announced
Yep.
that this would be his last year in professional baseball, and his storied career would finally come to an end. Yeah, 1 day ago, Albert Pujols announced his retirement. It says all glory goes to the Lord for Hall of Fame career. Yeah, that is a Hall of Fame career.
That is. Man.
Aw,
What a
Mike
career.
Trout wished him well. That's good.
That's awesome. That's really cool stuff. Albert Pujols, just one of the greatest to do it. And,
Yeah.
I mean, it was awesome to be able to witness some history in the season, to be
Oh,
honest,
yeah.
with him doing not only passing up A-Rod, getting into the 700 club, and then passing up Babe Ruth at the very end. Not only Albert Pujols doing that, but Aaron Judge breaking the AL record for home runs. That was crazy to see, too.
Oh, yeah.
It was a really fun season to watch, especially, I feel like, made with Albert Pujols.
Yeah. I was trying to think of another catcher because I knew another catcher had retired, and it was like, Kirk Suzuki. He retired, too. I was like, that's sad.
Oh, man. That's pretty cool, though.
Yeah.
But, of course, really cool stuff going on with the Twins. Hopefully we can make a splash this offseason and just have a really good, re-up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like we could definitely make it happen. But, of course, we do have a winner. It is none other than KJK over at the bar in Hastings, taking away that minor in no time at all. Nice job to you, KJK. $457.69 going straight to you, KJK. But keep in mind, everybody, that must-go is still going on to this next game. Over $100 on that one. You do not want to miss out on that must-go because it's got to go next game. So definitely get enrolled for it. Try and get a chance at it. But, of course, you guys know we have teamed up with the Minnesota Twins for the ETAB game. Twins win. You can play it wherever Pilot games are played at any bar in Minnesota. So definitely keep it in mind. We got a lot of awesome stuff going on with our ETAB game, so check them out. But, of course, we do have only 2 minutes left to get into this next game of Game Day Bingo. That minor, major, and mega are all rolling on to this next game. Getting bigger and better. That minor did just go out, but it's still available at 52 balls or less to win. And, of course, in the meantime, we got some Twiking Zone standings to throw at you guys, and I'll let you keep up with the players.
Oh, yeah, starting us off in 10th place, we have T-Bone over at Poppers with 99,000 points, the only player outside of that 100,000 point club. In 9th place, previously in 8th, we got Red over at American Legion Fridley with 104,000 points. In 8th place, previously 9th, pushing red back, it's Kirby over at VFW Blaine with 105,000 points. In 7th place, we got Caribou over at Cooper's Restaurant with 122,000 points. With 139,000 points in 6th place, we got Tez over at Poppers. In 5th place, we got Sinbob over at Corky's Bar South Haven with 197,000 points. Shortly ahead in 4th place, we got Loser Dave over at VFW Spring Lake Park with 198,000 points. With 216,000 points in 3rd place, we got Scrub Eye over at American Legion Fridley. In 2nd place, we have Nan over at Corky's Bar South Haven with 219,000 points. And in 1st place, extending their lead, we got Mikey Wins over at Steve-O's with 259,000 points.
Awesome stuff. Hey, nice job to all the players in those top 10s. You guys are doing great in the Twiking Zone. But, of course, we do have some locations to take a look at. And starting it off in 10th place, it is Hafley's Bar in Richmond. They got 105,000 points. 9th place, falling from 8th, is Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards with 120,000 points. Not too far ahead in 8th place, falling from 7th, though, too, is Miniger Sports up on the Crescent. They got 123,000 points. In 7th place, jumping up from 9th, responsible for pushing those other 2 locations up, it's Steve-O's and Crystal with 132,000 points. Already a pretty decent lead for Steve-O's. 6th place, we got our place on 3rd in Faribault with 240,000 points. Only 2,000 points ahead. In 5th place is VFW Blaine with 242,000 points. But all of the close races end here, getting into the top 4. Because in 4th place, over 100,000 points ahead, is Poppers in Virginia with 355,000 points. Another 50,000 points ahead. In 3rd place, we got Corky's Bar in South Haven with 406,000 points. About 60,000 points ahead in 2nd place, we got American Legion Fridley with 465,000 points. And in 1st place, over 100,000 points ahead, it's VFW Spring Lake Park with 568,000 points. Ooh. So nice job to all those locations and players in those top 10s of the Twiking Zone. You guys can earn points for these standings every day from 12 to 1 when you play Vikings Bingo, or the other half of the year when it's Twins Bingo. But, of course, we do have a lot of awesome E-Tab games you guys can take a little E-Tab breaks with.
Oh, yeah, we're listening to a little bit of Cash Chaos right now. It's one of our favorite E-Tabs to listen to. But if that isn't quite your theme, we do have over 70 different Charitable E-Tab games that you guys can check out, all with their own theme. You guys can play these at any time to win huge prizes up to $1,500, and they all have small bets between 50 cents and $5, as well as awesome bonus and free play rounds that you guys can check out. So make sure you guys are checking out all of our E-Tab games and finding the theme that's perfect for you.
Yeah, 100%. Check them out. Let us know which one is your favorite. We'll definitely send you out a little bit of Pilot Games luck. But we do have a little bit of music history to get into as we are inching closer to some of these prizes. In 1994, on this day, Pulp Fiction opens up in theaters, reviving classic 60s songs such as Mr. Lou, Son of a Preacher Man, and Girl, You'll Be a Woman Soon. Pretty cool stuff happening on this day. Pulp Fiction, just a classic.
Oh, yeah.
It's one of those movies that just feels like it's multiple movies pushed into one.
It really does. And then, like, there's a bunch of other 60 songs, too, that were on that. And
yeah.
It's just so many. Like, that one, Chuck Berry, You Never Can Tell. That's a really good song. That's in that. That's what they dance to.
Well, I mean, like, every Quentin Tarantino, like, whatchamacallit movie, I feel like always has such a great soundtrack.
It does. Like, Reservoir Dogs' soundtrack, that one is great.
Whatchamacallit, I always liked that. I liked the music that they had in Kill Bill. I loved the overall.
Everything from Kill Bill. It just,
it's perfect.
The shots in it and everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Oh, when she's I have a favorite shot, but we do have a winner. We got JRX over at Eagles Elk River taking away the must go of $167.60. Nice job to you, JRX.
Oh yeah.
My favorite shot is when she's on top of this like little road.
Yeah.
And, like, there's a snowy hill, and she has the chick in her trunk, and she has the bike suit on. Oh my gosh, it's just a great shot.
Are you talking about like the stand down shot where she still has the sword? And it's just and that's the one they used for the cover, isn't it? Like that back.
I'm not too sure.
But it just had the yellow on the cover,
Just the
but
yellow.
it still had her standing with the sword.
Yeah, no,
that was
great.
a good.
Yeah, it was like where they were looking up from the bottom of the. Oh, it was awesome. It was awesome. But Jungle Boogie is in there. Let's Stay Together by Al Green. Whatchamacallit.
That's when he's talking to Butch about trying to tell him to go down.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Let's see other stuff. Let's take a look. Yeah, I feel like those are probably the biggest one. And then you have the Chuck Berry song.
Yeah.
Which we got the other ones we went over for this day in history. I mean, it's a really great soundtrack. It even got the Brit Award for Best Soundtrack and Cast Recording.
Ah, good for them.
That's really, really cool. But of course, cool stuff going on with Pulp Fiction. We do have another day in music history with another movie happening more recently.
Yeah, and in 2011, the remake of Footloose opens in U.S. theaters. The new film is energetic and sexy and earns better critical acclaim than its forebearer. Starring Kenny Wormald and Julian Hugh, the film also resurrects the title theme song with a cover by Blake Shelton.
Yeah, 100%.
It did better than the original with Blake Shelton singing it.
Yeah.
That's a testament.
It's really funny.
That's awesome.
I don't know if I saw this version of it.
No, I haven't.
But apparently people love it. Apparently it's a pretty funny one. It has Miles Turner in it. What's his face is the dad? Dennis Quaid.
No.
He's like the anti-dancing dude.
Oh, he's the reverend.
Yeah.
That's
Miles Teller is in it. Kenny Wormald. I'm pretty sure he's in a couple of other things.
Yeah.
I think I've seen people watch this movie. I think Ian liked it. He said it was a pretty good one. Pretty cool stuff going on with that. So, happy birthday to the remake of Footloose.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. But of course, we do have some games to get into starting in a few seconds. So definitely get enrolled. That minor's at over $130 and 54 balls or less to win. That major is looking really good too, over $1,700 and 49 balls or less to win. And the mega jackpot's at 10 grand and 45 balls. And we got the must go sitting at $39.80 if we cannot hit any of the other prizes. But of course, please sign up at pgl.world to become a member of our league. PGL players compete for points and have access to insider information, including a monthly newsletter that has a lot of great stuff in it. So definitely check it out. Let us know what you think. And we got a brand new list of some brand new players that followed our advice and made an account.
Oh, yeah, so we're going to give them a little bit of extra luck and see if we can't get them on those PGL standings. Starting us off, we got Blue Frog 12, Pink Fly 123, Fred Trisha, By Palumbo, Andrew Scar, Sparky File, Gina 1440, B Santer 34, Midnight, Kate, Sham, JLP, and Peterson 27. Congratulations to all those players getting signed up at the PGL, and we can't wait to see you guys on those PGL standings.
100%. Awesome stuff. But of course, we do have those PGL standings right in front of us. But before I get into them, we are in the 40s for balls drawn now. We are approaching the Mega Major and Minor, so dig in, try and get one of these prizes. Or if you can't, you can move on to the must go and try and beat everybody else to it. But of course, starting off these PGL standings, it's none other than these awesome players. And starting off the list is Panda over at Roadside, 654,000 points for Panda. He is in 10th place on the precipice of the standings. 9th place, we got Keith over at Billy's Rockford with 710,000 points. 8th place is Sarah Honey over at VFW Austin with 750,000 points. 7th place is Nixon over at VFW Roseville with 760,000 points. 6th place is Chapster over at Moe's with 789,000 points. Only a couple thousand points ahead is Barizo over at the Underground Bar and Grill. He's in 5th place with 791,000 points. In 4th place with 827,000 points, we got Bergar over at Southtown Lanes, heading it up in 4th place. 3rd place, though, it's Sloppy over at Malone's Bar and Grill, has 843,000 points, but we do have a few winners.
Oh, yeah, we got Kyle over at Trailhead Grill, and Double Trouble over at Maple Liquor Store, Trojan over at Moe's, Cosmo over at Flamers, and Keo over at, they all split up that prize of that minor. Good job, Musco. Good job to all those players.
Awesome stuff. Nice job to you guys. We are going to be taking a quick break for this next game, so we'll be seeing you guys after this next one.
we're at the Ledge Amphitheater in White Park, Minnesota.
I saw the Blues Brothers 2 years ago with these guys.
Blues Brothers 2 years ago was a lot of fun. Prior to that, it was the Beach Boys, and with John Stamos, it was awesome.
I have never been to a PyCon event before. This is my first time, and I am loving it.
Yeah, this is incredible. We pulled in, parked, got some free beers, amazing free food.
Famous days!
Hey everyone, Famous Dave here, smoking up the best ribs in America.
Having a great time so far. We got a picture with John Randall. It's pretty awesome.
John Randall is like my favorite.
Skol, 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 baby!
Really cool seeing John Kriesel. Really cool listening to him talk and his story.
This is my first PyCon, and I've had a blast.
Willie is my favorite.
I'm excited for Willie Nelson.
I grew up listening to Willie Nelson my whole life.
Willie Nelson.
Willie Nelson.
Have a really nice day!
The entertainment, the people watching,
Cocktails, t-shirts.
Drink and eat and be with everybody.
Fabulous experience.
Either way, I don't know why you would miss this. That's all I gotta say.
He said we're making sure to come every year.
Get your butt here, man. Get your butt here.
Come on, let's get stinking rich. Smell you later. Smells like money. Five free plays awarded. That smells wild. It doesn't get any better than that. Smells like a big one. Five times multiplier. It's raining cash. You gotta play to win.
Hey guys, how's it going? And welcome us back to some more Game Day Bingo. We only got a few seconds left to get into this next game of the broadcast. Minor is over $300 and 58 balls or less to win. Major is over $1,862 and 49 balls or less to win. And that mega jackpot just gave out at the beginning of this broadcast. It's at 10 grand and 45 balls or less to win. If we don't get any of these prizes, we will be moving on to the must-go of $74.30, which is not bad at all. That is a pretty decent must-go if I do say so myself. But we do have those PGL standings to finish up. I was in the top 3 of the players, so I'll finish them up. Third place, it was Sloppy over at Malone's Bar and Grill. 843,000 points. Second, it was Devoided over at Roadside, 853,000 points in second place. First place is in a league of their own right now. They got a pretty decent lead. It's not like they're in jeopardy of getting out of first place, but they can definitely still be caught up to.
Oh, yeah.
But for Get UD over at VFW Austin, he's been doing a great job, though. 1,233,000 points. It's a pretty comfy lead. He could probably miss out on the next PGL night, not be too worried about it.
Oh, yeah.
But, of course, nice job to all the other players in this top 10. You guys are all doing some great stuff. We do have some location standings to get into, and they've honestly been a little bit more turbulent than the players.
Oh, yeah. Starting us off on these crazy switch-ups in 10th place. Previously in 9th, we got Cabin Bar and Nicolette with 2,144,000 points. In 9th place, previously in 10th, pushing them back, it's Corner Bar and Grill Winstead with 2,218,000 points. In 8th place, previously in 7th, also getting pushed back, we got VFW Austin with 2,229,000 points. In 7th place, previously in 6th, also getting pushed back, it's Grundy, Buffalo, and Big Lake with 2,240,000 points. In 6th place, previously in 8th, making a good jump forward, it's LJ's in Miltona with 2,254,000 points. But before we continue with these standings in the top 5, we got TSF over at Concordia Lane's New Home, taking home that minor jackpot with time to spare, taking home $306.77. Good job to you, TSF.
Nice job to you. That was a great minor. It's kind of out of the blue right there. 54 balls, not shabby at all. But keep in mind, that Musco is going to be still sticking around for this next game, $74.30. That is nothing to shake a stick at. That's like a little minor prize in itself.
Oh, yeah.
So definitely try and take that home next game as we're getting enrolled only a couple minutes away.
Oh, yeah, but continuing on with the top 5 of these PGL, in 5th place, we have Corner Pocket and Rice with 2,256,000 points, only 2,000 points ahead of 6th place LJ's. In 4th, we have Mabel Liquor Store with 2,613,000 points. In 3rd place, previously in 2nd, getting pushed back, it's VFW Northfield with 2,751,000 points. In 2nd place, previously in 3rd, we got Poppers in Virginia jumping forward, currently sitting with 2,975,000 points. And in 1st place, holding on to that lead, we got Howie Sports Bar and Grill in St. Cloud with 3,675,000 points. Good job to you, Howie Sports Bar and Grill, for maintaining that lead, and good job to all of our locations in the top 10 of those standings.
Yeah, 100%. Nice job to all you guys. You guys have been the elite of the elite so far this season, so definitely give yourselves a little pat on the back. But we do have a little bit of sports news to get into, and we don't have the greatest news with the Wild, but it's the first game of the season, so it's not too big of a deal. But Artemi Panarin had a goal and 3 assists for the New York Rangers in that 3-7 loss with the Minnesota Wild at Xcel Energy Center on Thursday. So, yeah, it wasn't great. Obviously, 3-7. That never sounds good.
That was like the opposite of what I guessed.
Yeah, literally. Oh, yeah, literally. Yeah, you did say 7-3. Dang. Yeah. No, oh, man. Yeah, I mean, I said 6-2, so it's like I was expecting not that either.
No.
It's just unfortunate. But, you know, it is what it is. Matt Boldy, I mean, he had a really nice show out, to be honest. He scored twice for the Wild. We were playing our season opener. Marc-Andre Fleury, he made 28 saves on 35 shots on the goal. That's an 80% save percentage.
That's
which
solid.
80% save percentage. It isn't the greatest in the NHL just because it's at that point allowing 7 points.
Yeah.
So whatchamacallit, it's just one of those things where it's like, man. But it just sucks because the overall defense sucked.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I was going to say, he would have, it wouldn't have been that bad, 80% saves, if the defense wasn't allowing that many shots.
Yeah. So it's just one of those things where it's like, man, like, whatchamacallit, is just Marc-Andre Fleury wasn't able to get to him. Our defense wasn't able to, get enough, kind of effect on the shots that they were taking. So, yeah, it just ended up being a little bit of a shootout and not in our favor, 7-3. But, of course, we do have another game tomorrow. Hopefully we can bounce back from it. It's against the Kings. It's going to be showing up at 7 p.m., so definitely tune in for that one. It's going to be a fun matchup. But as you guys know, we have teamed up with the Minnesota Wild. You can play the ETAB game Let's Go Wild today at your favorite Minnesota bar, so definitely check it out. But of course, we do have the Musco sitting at a pretty nice total, $132.30. That minor is at $72 and 52 balls or less to win. That major is at over $1,900 and 49 balls or less to win. And of course, the mega is sitting there at $10,000. But of course, we do have a little bit of a fishing report to get into. And it's coming from Isle Onamia over at Lake Mill Locks. It's by Explore Minnesota, updated just the other day on the 7th of October. And of course, walleye fishing, it remains very good on Lake Mill Locks, especially for those trolling crankbait through 6 to 12 feet of water. For walleye and bass, use shad wraps, and that's about it. That's all the advice we got for you guys. Just continue and doing what you're doing. Catch some fish and have a good time.
Yeah, try to stay a little warmer out there on that water.
And honestly, I kind of like it. Like it's kind of like a nice temperature to be honest.
It's getting that nice time.
Like where you can kind of like just have on like a hoodie, you know, and maybe some sweatpants if you're feeling lazy.
Oh yeah.
And it's just like it's nice out there. You know
Exactly.
what I'm saying? Like right now,
you're cozy.
Yeah, no, exactly. It's one of those things. I know today I was walking around in sweatpants and a flannel. It was great.
Oh man,
it was the best thing ever.
It's always nice when it's finally time for like just jeans and a hoodie weather.
Yep.
And it's like, I know for a fact I am not going to be too hot today.
100%. So it's really cool stuff. But of course, that fishing report, keep it in mind. Maybe try and, I don't know, take those facts and take it and make yourself a better fisherman from it. But of course, we do have some stuff getting into for a little reminder for you guys. I'll let you take it away.
Oh yeah, just a reminder that whenever you guys are playing those pilot games, to share those pictures with us. We love to get those pictures and see your guys' faces, whether or not you're winning a jackpot. Hold up your iPad and let us see that happy face. You guys can send us pictures of you guys playing with your friends or even your favorite bartender, and you can share those on Facebook or by emailing them to us directly at jackpots@pilotgames.com.
That's right, but we do have Amy Kim over at Main Street Bar Hopkins taking away that awesome Musco. $132 going straight to you, Amy Kim. Nice job. But of course, we do actually have a player picture to pull up right now, and it's actually Mikey Wins, I'm pretty sure. We had Nikki upload it for us earlier today, so we'll take a look at it once we, okay, here we are. There we go. Awesome stuff. $23,632. That is craziness. Nice job to you, Mikey Wins. It's awesome. Love to see it.
You gotta love that smile too.
Oh, 100%.
You can't be nothing but pure happy with that jackpot.
Oh my gosh, yeah, no, exactly.
That's a new car right there.
Oh, 100%. You're holding a car. You're the strongest man I've ever seen. But of course, we do have 2 minutes left to get into this next game of Game Day Bingo. Minors up there over $100, majors over $1,900, and the Mega's still sitting at 10 grand. But of course, we do have a little bit of Vikings news to get into. We got 5 bold predictions for the Minnesota Vikings versus Dolphins game. So I'll let you go through these predictions, and then we'll go through them and say yes or no to them.
Oh yeah. First of which, we have Jefferson will post his third 150-yard game of the season.
What do you think?
I think that's a yes.
Okay.
I think Justin Jefferson's gonna have a pretty good game.
Yeah, no, that'd be awesome. I would really like that. He does have Xavier Howard on him, who's a pretty good corner, but he's kind of one of those guys that gives up a lot of yardage.
Yeah.
But he's a ball hawk, he can kind of grab those picks. Jefferson though, he's just so talented, and we have so many other pieces on the offense. I can't imagine him not having a good game.
Exactly.
So I think he'll have a good game. I just think he won't have 150 yards.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, and the reason for this is actually, Ian and I were talking a little bit about this earlier, but it's going to be because I think we're going to be playing ahead most of the game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we're going to want to be a little bit more in control of the clock, try and, keep possession a little bit longer, and I think we'll end up using our running backs a little bit more. And so because of this is another bold prediction that they had. They say that Dalvin Cook is going to have a happy homecoming in Miami and have a great game.
Yeah.
And so I'm looking at this. I'm like, I think he's been having a pretty decent last couple of games. He had a really nice game against Chicago.
Yeah.
I think he's having a couple glimpses of getting a little bit more used to the system. But I think that we might just be really good all around on offense. You know what I mean? It might just be a nice game where it's Cook is having a decent game, Justin Jefferson's having a decent game, Adam Thielen had a couple red zone targets. You know what I mean?
Maybe we'll even see Irv Smith get something going.
Exactly.
For this season,
You never know. Irv Smith might even start to get included a little bit more as he starts to settle into the NFL speed and stuff. Because keep in mind, this kid is still like basically a rookie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He played how many NFL games before this? Like he played maybe like 6 total.
Yeah.
So it's really like he's basically still in his rookie season.
Yeah.
And he's still trying to like, kind of get into the groove of things. And he's had good games.
Yeah.
Like he's had good games this year. So I'm looking forward to see a little bit more of him and see what he can do maybe against a team like Miami. It'll be very interesting. But yeah, so anyways, that kind of ties in a little bit with that. I honestly think I think that it will just be a good game for the Vikings.
Yeah.
I don't know if we'll have any individual crazy performances.
No.
I want Cook to have a great game.
Oh, that'd be
You know what I
amazing
mean?
to see.
I think if I were to pick anybody on this team to have just a great game, it would be Dalvin Cook.
Yeah, because we just haven't seen him like show out quite
yes.
yet.
And I want him to start getting it going, especially early on in the season.
Yeah.
When we're kind of fighting to,
especially before the bye week.
Yeah, no, it'd be nice if we can go into our bye week with Cook having a nice performance. You know what I mean? Like, that'd be nice. And I think, it builds up confidence a little bit. He'll have a nice rest week. It'll be really good for that. But I think especially now it's really important that he has all these good performances and stuff just because, like, it'd be nice to be able to rest him at the end of the season.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It'd be nice to be able to, like, oh, we're not really fighting for playoff spots anymore. Like, we're going to sit most of our dudes in this game against, like, I don't know, you know what I mean? Like the Texans or something like that. So it'd be nice to be able to have, that sort of thing going on where it's like we get most of our wins on early in the season to where we can kind of slow down a little bit at the end and kind of prepare a little bit more for the postseason. So I think that'd be really cool, and I really want Dalvin Cook to start it up now.
Oh, yeah.
And then the next hot bold prediction, they said Miami's going to have a season high in carries, and this one I think makes the most sense to me.
That one is definitely yes. Miami is on number 3 for QBs.
Yep.
They are not, I feel like, trusting that for getting any type of like passing yardage.
Yeah.
It's a little sketchy.
Yeah, very true. But before we go further about it, we do have Door over at Wild Bill's Sports Saloon in Apple Valley taking away that must go of $53.60. Not too shabby. Nice job to you, Door. It's what's the Hodor? Hodor. It's Hodor's cousin.
Yeah.
Did you ever watch any of those videos that explained why his name was like Hodor and stuff?
No.
Oh my god, it's so tragic.
Really?
Yeah, no, it is. It literally is. So basically what happens, I can tell you right now.
Okay.
But it's been out. I don't care. For all of you that are watching Game of Thrones right now, I never
watched Game of Thrones
But I'm just talking to them.
Oh,
letting them know. It's been out for years. It's not a spoiler anymore.
No, it isn't.
But if you are, if you are interested in the lore of Hodor's name, then cover your ears. But Hodor, basically what happened was it was this crazy thing where he somehow transferred his consciousness at one point in time to a past version of him. And so it was
Sounds
because
a lot like Attack on Titan.
Yeah, it was because he was in this weird time chamber, where it was a weird magic place, and
This is all medieval time.
Yeah,
roughly.
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And it was a magic place.
Yeah.
So it was it was magic and not sci-fi stuff.
Oh yeah.
But and he was holding the door, Hodor. Against all these this army of zombies and stuff that was trying to get him and everybody else.
Well, like the White Walkers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. And he the whole time he was screaming hold door, and he didn't know what it meant when he was a younger kid. He just got this vision of it as a kid randomly in the square of his castle, and he just collapsed and had this vision, and then he could not say anything else for the rest of his life. It was just his Hodor. He just could only say Hodor.
Wow.
Yeah, and nobody knew what it meant. Nobody knew what it meant.
Until he gets to his
until you get to that point, and it's season 6 or something, and you're like, oh my gosh, this is heartbreaking.
This poor guy.
His whole life led up to this moment.
Just for him to...
And he did. He ended up saving the day. He saved
And I'm guessing that's his moment too. That's his.
He saves
death.
the most important character in the show.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's that's the most important part of his life.
Yep.
And that moment.
Yeah, and I think it was
he had to hold that door, so he had to have it literally ingrained.
It was crazy. It was insane. I think there was a little tampering with the magic people or something that made that happen somehow. It was something else. But yeah, no, it was really crazy how they actually had they got it full circle with that.
Wow.
That freaked me out. It was so funny. But yeah, Hodor. That was a funny one. But of course, we were talking about football, not Game of Thrones. And whatchamacallit, we were saying Miami's going to have a season high in carries, and I couldn't agree more.
Oh, yeah.
Raheem Mostert is healthy. He's back to usual business. I think we'll expect to see a lot from him this game. Chase Edmonds is great. I mean, they have a great running back committee, great depth. So no reason not to think that. It
Honestly,
just
at this
makes
point,
sense.
why don't they just hand Tyreek the ball?
Yeah, for real. No, they do. They already do that. So they probably will be doing that this game too.
Yeah, we're probably going to be seeing Tyreek get a lot of rushing yards.
Yeah, exactly. No, I wouldn't be surprised by that, to be honest. But and honestly, there is always that chance that this backup quarterback comes out and just performs like Mike White did last year.
Yeah,
I don't know if you remember Mike White, but
Yeah.
he played for the Jets last year, and he came out. He was first game, 350 yards, 3 touchdowns.
Oh, is it like how what's his name? How he's doing for Dak Prescott?
Oh yeah, Cooper. Well, Cooper Rush is a little bit different.
He's a little bit more like tested.
He's a little bit. Well, no. The thing with him is he's a little bit more of like he is a system quarterback where he is a game manager. You know what I mean? So like he does not put up stats. He doesn't like influence the game very much. He just doesn't make mistakes. He knows how to like handle the football and stuff.
Yeah.
He knows he knows plays and that sort of thing. He knows the offense, so he can kind of make a really good like consistent, just like old school offense work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's what they've been doing. They've been running the ball a lot. They haven't been passing it with him very much.
Yeah.
But what we got with Mike White, he wasn't really like that. He was like a rookie or second-year quarterback.
Yeah.
And so he was coming in, and he just lit it up. Like, he was just gunslinging, looking like little Peyton Manning out there. It was insane.
Like when Tom Brady took over for Bledsoe.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, no, funny.
That's what scares me about like backup quarterback
Yeah.
taking it. It's just like you never know when something like that's going to happen.
Know, especially when you go this far down on the depth chart.
Oh, yeah.
But whatchamacallit, before we go further, though, we do have Jobster over at Bay Street Grill and Pub taking away the must-go of $59.20. Nice job to you, Jobster.
Ooh, putting us into our last game.
100%. So definitely getting rolled. That minor will be at 58 balls or less to win, making some pretty nice chances to get that minor on this very last game of Game Day Bingo. But, of course, we were talking about Miami and stuff, and, I mean, at the end of the day, very low likelihood that this kid is going to do anything.
That's like a very slim chance, but
yeah,
man.
It is a chance, though. But it is also one of those things where, I mean, feel comfortable picking the Vikings defense in fantasy this week. I wouldn't be surprised if you get a couple picks, get a couple fumbles. That's probably going to happen. But, of course, for our last bold prediction, we have Kenny Nwangwu actually returning a kickoff for a touchdown again.
That'd be
awesome.
fun to watch.
That'd be so fun. I mean,
those are the best touchdowns to watch.
100%. It's always so fun. He's running against the whole team, running out. And just like,
because exactly. You would
like only juke moves happening. It's crazy.
The odds are legitimately stacked against you.
And you always watch, like, if you watch a touchdown return, you're seeing great blocking. You're seeing some crazy moves. You're seeing, it's always fun. It's always some of the most exciting football to see.
I always would love to see like how many people you could just stack on defense before it's actually impossible for a player to get past.
Yeah, yep, no, 100%. But of course, I have a lot of bold predictions going on for this game. Do you think he's gonna run in for a touchdown on kickoff?
I'm hoping. So yeah, I think he will.
All right, making the bet
for pure hope. Yes.
Okay. No, I honestly, I'll put my money on him too. I like Kenny Nwangwu. I hope he does. I hope he does. It'll be a highlight. It's always a highlight.
Exactly.
But really cool stuff. Hopefully we have a nice game against the Dolphins. That game will be this Sunday at noon. So definitely tune in for that one. It's going to be a fun matchup. But as you guys know, you can also click the Sports Link logo on Player Connect app when you have your PGL account. You can fill in those e-tip boards and compete with players all across Minnesota and earn some extra PGL points for your account. But in addition to that, we have teamed up with the Minnesota Vikings for the ETAP game, Vikings victory. You can pick out a letter in that skull bonus, win some big prizes. We've also teamed up with them for a few other things like Vikings bingo, our game day bingo as well. So like the background is literally US Bank Stadium. It's really cool stuff going on there. So definitely, huge shout out to the Vikings. They're awesome, especially this year.
Oh man,
gosh,
I'm loving the Vikings this year.
Let's go. It's so much more fun than last year. I mean, last year it was just I felt like gut wrenched literally every game. It was terrible.
Oh man.
But I mean, it's nice to see the talent finally doing what we knew they could. You know what I mean?
yeah.
I mean, they were putting up the numbers last year. Kirk Cousins was a top 10 quarterback. Justin Jefferson was arguably the best in the league. It was just one of those things where it's like the certain decisions just led to lost games.
Yeah,
you know what
and
I mean?
I really don't think Kirk Cousins is still fully like used to the system either.
Yeah.
So I think we're just gonna be. I think we really can only like go up from here.
I agree.
Minus other otherworldly events happening.
No, 100%. No, I definitely agree. I think we got a lot to look forward to, going forward in the season. So it's only looking up from here. I agree. But of course, huge shout out to the Vikings. Watch that game Sunday against the Dolphins. It's going to be a fun matchup, like I was saying. But we do have this last game to pay attention to. $69 on that must go if we don't get the mega, major, or minor. But that minor, honestly, looking really good at $299 in 58 balls or less to win. But we do have some celebrity birthdays to get into really quick. I'll get into the first half. You could. No, I'll take the second half. Actually, you can take the first half.
All right.
there's a birthday I like.
Oh yeah, starting us off. Born in 1927, we got Roger Moore, British actor, known for their work with the Saint and being in James Bond.
That's really cool stuff. Was he one of the villains or was he James Bond?
I think he might have been like the first James Bond.
Yep, third actor.
Oh, third. Wow.
That's really cool. I mean, he was one of the early on ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, I recognize him in this one. Yeah. That's really cool. I honestly think I'm going to have, I need to go through a period in which I watch all the James Bond movies.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
I think my
it
favorite
needs
all
to
time
happen.
is Sean Connery.
Sean Connery, yeah.
It's unbeaten for me.
Fun. I've seen one of his movies as James Bond on TV before. It's fun.
Yeah.
My grandma doesn't like him as James Bond.
Really?
Yeah, no, she thinks he's so corny.
I don't care. It's that voice, man.
She doesn't like Kirk on Star Trek either. William Shatner.
Oh.
Because she thinks he's corny as she thinks he's corny as Captain Kirk.
That's fair.
Yeah. He low-key is, but I love it.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
like that 60s corniness.
Exactly.
But, of course, happy birthday to Roger Moore, though.
Oh, yeah. Next up, born in 1939, we got Ralph Lauren, American fashion designer known for chaps, polo, Ralph Lauren. Polos. They keep making the horses bigger on the shirts. It's getting kind of crazy.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Super, super cool stuff. Happy birthday to Ralph Lauren. But, yeah, no, it's I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of the Ralph Lauren stuff, to be honest.
I think
the polos
style
are cool.
of shirts.
Yeah.
The style of a polo.
They're always nice.
They're a good. It's a good big guy fit.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
No, like they definitely do have some pretty nice clothing, and they have nice fits and stuff for a lot of different people. But we do have a couple winners actually. We got Toots over VFW Little Falls and Otto over Overboard Bar and Grill. Both of those players splitting up $69 on that must go. Nice job to you two. But we do only have a couple minutes to get into this last game of game day, or not game day, bingo, of Lucky 4 bingo. So definitely get enrolled. Try and get a chance at this last one. Only 2 minutes left to do so. But of course, Ralph Lauren, it's just one of the most iconic clothing brands ever.
Yeah, it really is.
So happy birthday to you.
Yeah. Next up, born in 1940, we got Cliff Richard, English rock vocalist known for "Move It," "Living Doll," and "We Don't Talk Anymore."
Yeah, super cool stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I have the Evil Woman song, or Devil Woman. Downloaded. It's a cool one.
Oh yeah.
So hey, happy birthday to Cliff Richard. Cliff Richard. That's a pretty cool one. But of course, up next we got a magician actually. I'm gonna take it.
Born in 1952, we got Harry Anderson, American comic, magician, and actor, known for Night Court, being Judge Harry Stone and Dave's World.
Pretty
Fun.
cool stuff. Happy birthday
yeah.
to you, Harry Anderson. I gotta see the magician really quick.
Oh yeah.
Let's take a look. Harry Anderson. Let's take a look at what he's looking like.
Oh, he's awesome.
I don't know if I recognize him.
I've never seen him before, but he looks cool.
I feel like I've seen him before. He might just look like what's his face though, Dana Carvey.
I thought he looked like Seth Meyers for a second.
He does a little bit. Yeah, like especially right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that totally looks like Weekend Update.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Oh, that one really looks like Seth Meyers.
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that does look like kind of got that smile and stuff. That's pretty funny. But yeah, hey, he looks funny though, to be honest.
Oh,
so
yeah.
happy birthday to you, Harry Anderson. But now, for the second half of the list, we got born in 1967, Arlene Sorkin, American actress, known for Days of Our Lives and for being the woman in America's Funniest Home Videos.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
They just
I'm pretty sure Alan Sorkin is the dude, right? Yeah.
Is it?
Right? No. Alan Sorkin's somebody else.
He's a playwright.
Yeah, he's a playwright.
Nice though.
Yeah, he's done other things, but I thought that was the name of the dude for America's Funniest Home Videos.
Oh, are you talking about like the first guy?
Yeah. What's his name?
I don't know, but he also did like a crime show as well. Oh, I forgot his name.
Let's take a look. No, the first one. not Alfonso. I know
the
it's
first
Alfonso.
one before that, it was what's his name from Full House?
Yeah. Bob Saget.
Yeah, Bob Saget, and then it went to
Yeah, the real one.
the second AFV host.
I can't believe host.
Alfonso Ribeiro.
No, that's the
Tom
current Tom
Bergeron.
Tom Bergeron. Victor Bergeron. Yeah, he's the best. He is the best by far. But
Yeah.
let's see. Let's take a look
It
at
was his
Arlene
voice.
Sorkin though. Yeah, Arlene Sorkin. She was the one on America's Funniest Home Videos. But the best whatchamacallit, my favorite game show woman was the woman on Homer. VFW auction said $420. Woo! Wow.
Good job,
Homer. That is awesome. Nice job to you, Homer. But I was going to say one of my favorite duos was the woman on Wheel of Fortune and the dude on Wheel of Fortune.
I wish I could have that lady's job.
It was awesome. It was awesome. And she killed it every time,
Every
to be
time.
honest.
You
Honestly.
just walk up to that thing and just look at that R.
It was
Looking great.
It was great. But, of course, happy birthday to Arlene Sorkin, Natalie Maines, Usher. Happy birthday, Usher. Happy birthday, Lynn Dan, and happy birthday, Rowan Blanchard.
Yeah.
But, of course, Usher was actually an actor first before he was a musician.
Well.
Little fun fact. But we do have a great player spotlight to get into. I'll let you take it away.
Oh, yeah, we're currently spotlighting Mikey Wins, who was playing over at Steve-O's when they took home a jackpot of $23,632. And everyone who plays at Steve-O's supports the awesome charity, the West Metro Fire Rescue District Firefighters Relief. Their mission statement is to be committed to protecting the community's quality of life through prevention, preparedness, and all-hazard emergency response.
That's some awesome stuff. A great charity and a great jackpot. Nice job to you, Mikey Wins. But, of course, always brings us right back around to whenever you guys play pilot games, your community wins. Have a nice night, everybody, and have a great weekend as well.
Oh, yeah.
Our mission is to serve the community. Pilot Games has given us the opportunity to provide those resources and so forth that we need to our schools, to our fire department, to our library, to organizations that help the hungry. All of those are all made possible by the Pilot Games organization.